they have the bomb. Tasty on a very good flank right now. Dengle is wary for him, but I don't think he's spotted him. Eventually, Will Pulsar finds one Zynex there to trade, and Flair finds himself alone. As he'll make his way forward from lobby, hoping to catch out the odd player. And now he's going to slam behind him. He'll swing wide. He knows these players are low. Unfortunately, he just isn't in a position to kill them. As Zynex looks to re-aggress towards lobby as well, which is surprising considering his HP. 22 HP remaining. Flash goes off. Flair will get taken down. And mCon Academy, they're going to be on 5. Glitchtech, that round lead reduced to only 1. Glitchtech now on just Deco, gonna blow up that door and go for the standard rush. That's a bit of early damage done. Pug looking to catch out the odd player, but no one swings to him. Eventually he'll find one. He'll look for a second. mCon taken down. As Flair's gonna hold the follow-up. I say that as Touch takes his head clean off. Pulsar left alone in vents with 5 players to find. Zynex gonna make his way towards vents himself, so this should put an end to Pulsar's reign, as he actually just decides to hide. He sits back, he relaxes. Ringing off a shot, though, will be to his detriment. As the player drops on down, it's Messi and Touch will win out the clutch. As it goes 6-6. This game getting awfully close. We've got Swinny thinking it smells like overtime. And honestly, I'm inclined to believe and agree with you. As Glitchtech, they've had a game on Nuke very recently, which also went to overtime. Unfortunately, they lost that 19-16. Tasty going for a fast push towards Silo is actually going to be able to take down Dengle. So mCon with a man disadvantage. We'll have to see if they regress in an attempt to potentially bring themselves back. I'm not quite sure if he spotted that player towards ramp. As mCon, they're left guessing. Glitchtech have been very quiet towards lobby right now, and that smoke towards Squeaky is going to keep them quiet still. As it looks like it will be a standard pop out of this door. First smoke goes down, the flash is to follow, the set piece goes out, and Glitchtech, they're going to make their way forward towards these events. Psych able to find one. Tasty trading. Pug finding one of his own. As Psych finds his second. Unfortunately, they're at the wrong bomb site. 3 versus 2. The plant's going to come down. Flair holding vents now. Going to look for these players. The first falls. On for the second. There's none to come. Psych dropping a nade of his own. The flashes go down. The drop comes out. Psych spending a lot of ammo right now. That is a messy kill. But he still finds it. mCon now. 2 players to find. Pug and Psych. Can they take him down? We'll have to see if they make their way towards washroom. Can they take the kill? First smoke goes down towards that bomb. Follow-up push comes through. Pug able to take his head clean off. And mCon Academy will find their 7th, leading 7-6 with a lot of momentum gained over these last couple of rounds. Glitchtech as well with these plants have just been able to kind of tick their economy forward. Again, we'll see a push come out. And it's fast round this time. Zynex finds one. mCon with a very fast trade, actually. As kills continue to go either way. Psych from under heaven is going to be able to take down mCon. Follow-up kill is there, though. And Glitchtech Primis, considering they have had a very poor buy, they're doing a very good job at trading. As able to start picking up these guns and potentially start snowballing forward. As such, he misses his shot, going to fall to 33 HP. Actually, I don't think he missed. He may have hit Pulsar there. But regardless, they still stand. As it looks like it will be a fake towards B. Also, an Apex striking a bit of utility early on. So that beast goes on out, but there is still a player towards Heaven, so the option is still there to go back towards A. And Dengle towards double door is going to look to try potentially catch out anyone who tries to plant. As the numbers are punched in, the plant comes through. Pulsar ringing out shots. Dengle there to trade. There needs to be a fast rotation from Flare right now to try and support Aphex. He'll spot that first player, taking him down. Flare finding a second. It's all on touch. The Yorper for mCon. He's had a fairly good game so far, going 10-7. Can he make it 12? Doors open. Shot missed. And kill secured for Aphex. So as Glitchtech's eyes up 7-7. And this game looks like it could potentially go the full length. And it's an early kill attempted by Pulsar, but this time Psych wins it. Touchy's been legged down very early on, falling to 15 HP. But there's no kill found just yet. If they're able to find another kill in response, Zynex is going to fall. The Glitchtech, unfortunately, they haven't been able to open up a site just yet. They're going to make their way towards ramp, having secured ramp control, but now the B push is going to come through. Stemgolai holding ramp early on. He'll be able to finish off Touch. The initial damage was done earlier. Let's see what else there is left to go. Pug spamming. That's a beautiful little spam from Pug, taking down Flare. Debcola able to trade. Psych able to find Tasty. The kills go either way. Psych looking to spam down Aphex as well. It's a 2 versus 2 and mCon. They're doing a lot of damage to these players before they even spot them. As Pug makes his way forward, Aphex will be the first to be found. The swing comes through. Aphex finds one. The trade attempted to be there, but that's a lovely little shot from Aphex, finding the back of Pug's skull. And securing a half victory for Glitchtech on the T side of Nuke. Pistol round from mCon. It's going to be a standard buy of just smoke, flash, and nade. Looks like it will be a standard rush towards vents and ramp. Touch just able to drop down. Dem being dinked down towards ramp, as that kind of warns the push coming through. Touch and Psych finding two of their own. Psych finding one more onto Aphex. And now secure an 8th round for mCon. Flare spots a early player. It's a force buy from Glitchtech as Dengle able to open up, finding one, finding two. A lovely little 2k from him. Psych finding one more of his own. Pug holding lobby is going to be able to take down Aphex. And the force buy from Glitchtech Primis is collapsed. It's all on Tasty, making his way forward through lobby towards Squeaky. Hoping to catch out the odd player, but the odds are really not looking favourable for him. Pug will fall. That's an early quick kill. The AK is going to drop in his hands as well. It's potentially Psych going down as well. Turning back around, having to switch that deagle. Finding a third, and that's a lot of damage done by Tasty there. Fortunately, Dengle will be able to overwhelm him. As mCon, they take the lead. 9-8 they go against Glitchtech Primis. And that prediction of overtime may just come true. It's going to be an eco for the Glitchtech side as they make their way for a bit of a fast ramp stack. Potentially a push coming forward from that. mCon Academy, they'll make their way over towards lobby, but nothing found just yet. As it's going to tear Pulsar's head clean off. Tasty looking to potentially trade, but nothing found just yet. So it'll be a bit more damage done towards ramp as mCon make their way out towards this A site, and for Glitchtech, it's just a matter of picking up a gun and saving it, just to make their life that bit easier going forward. It looks like Zynex will be the player to find, as he'll be able to find one having to run out of ammo, switching to his pistol. As Dangle will take down Flare. It's all on mCon and Tasty Farts, the lone members of Glitchtech, and a potentially very difficult series of events ahead of them, as mCon with only 3 HP, Tasty with no armor either. He's going to make his way towards lobby. It looks like Touch will be the player to find. As Dem will lose his head, or just not so much lose his head, but he'll be taken down. It's all on Tasty. Lone member against 5 players with no armor, utility. I really hope. As Dangle continues ringing out shots towards lobby. They know he's there, they've just not found him yet. And Tasty swings wide, spotting one, taking Touch's head clean off. So look for another, but Pug gets the final say in it. That bomb's going to go off. mCon Academy, you're going to extend their round lead to 10. Or their round lead to 2, as they find 10. And for Glitchtech Primis, a potential comeback has to start with this buy round here. We can see that AWP on Pulsar. Will it be a double AWP setup? No. Tasty, he's going to prefer that utility for the side, as it'll be M4s around the house, bar the AWPs. mCon mirroring that buy just with AKs, as we see a very standard default come on out. Pulsar towards outside, ringing out shots towards Pug, but no kill found yet. As Dem towards these stairs is going to spot that first player. Tasty able to fight Xenax. As such, will trade. The fire from Dangle is going to take down mCon. Pulsar in ramp is going to have to try and find a way to cancel out this push, because mCon, they've got a man advantage, potentially 2-man advantage with the AWP and Touch. And a site to hold. The plan will go through, and Glitchtech, they're going to go and save. Unfortunately, justifying going for this right now. It's going to be a very difficult thing to do. Pug coming up out of vents. He knows these players are going to be easy to find. Pulsar rings out a shot. The push comes through. Pulsar's going to fall. And Flare finds himself alone. And as Pug swings wide, taking him down, the mCon Academy, they're going to start smelling the ends. They've got blood in the water, and they're looking to strike as Glitchtech Primis. It'll be another Deagle buy coming forward. A very hard round to win, especially against the likes of mCon, who have had a solid game so far. As the aggression comes through from Pulsar, he's able to find Psych, but the trade is there, and this time the crunch comes through onto lobby. Dangle, he'll find one, he'll almost find a second. Aphex wins another aim duel. Pug finds Flare. Tasty Aggress is finding one of his own. And for Glitchtech, this crunch on lobby has been perfect. Touch now the lone member with just an AWP in his hands, hoping to catch out the uplight. He'll take down Aphex. He'll hear the shot of Tasty as well. He knows he's there. And will he fight him, or will he go and plant? We'll have to see. This will make his way round towards the corner. Tasty looking to back away. They both just avoid each other. Touch, unfortunately, making noise as he drops down there. And you realise the game of just stepping around at each other isn't a very viable one. As Tasty, he goes up that ladder, aggressing onto Touch. Touch, while being shot at, doesn't react. As Glitchtech, they'll make it 9 off a very, very difficult round to win, but the trades were there. The crunch came through, and it worked perfectly for them. Again, Glitchtech Primis going for an aggressive setup towards outside. Pulsar spotting Pug, but Pug, what a shot by him! Tearing Pulsar's head clean off and securing a man advantage for that T side. Tasty, the flash from heaven will allow his teammate to back away towards Secret, but Flare, How do you trade that? That was a beautiful shot from Pug there. As Aphex aggressing towards lobby. He's going to try and find one of his own, but Dengle's there to find Flare. Zynex going to find Dem. It's all on Aphex and Tasty, the lone members with a 3-man disadvantage. And 5 to find. As Tasty takes down Dengle, turning his attention back around, he's wary of ramp control being lost, but Aphex in lobby. A power play, he'll take down Pug, hearing that other player of touch. As Glitchtech, they're going to have to retake this B site. They've done well to bring it back to just a 2v3. As Aphex makes his way back around through lobby, finding touch, it goes into a 2v2, the wombo combo of both Aphex and Tasty is starting to do damage to mCon. They're going to stack up together. They're going to work as a team going down from a ramp. 2 players left to find. They've got utility. They've got, well, limited utility, but they have a kit and they have a smoke. This round, by all means, is not over yet, but that bomb has ticked down a fair way. The flash goes out. The swing comes forward. Again, no players found just yet. Psyche finds one. The trade comes through from Tasty now. 1 versus 1. The stick comes in. He'll hold that bomb. Zynex spamming forward, trying to find him. He'll win the clutch, but that is way more close than it should have been. As mCon, 5 versus 2, ends the round with just the lone member of Psych standing. And more importantly, that kind of economy damage is going to be embodied here when we see them buy up and not be able to afford Norp. As a timeout comes through from that Glitchtech side, potentially want to just decide what to do next. As that timeout comes through, it's going to be just Eagles and Armor from Glitchtech. They realize if they're going to buy it, it needs to be convincing. As Pulsar opens it up, taking down Touch. That's a lovely little opening. Tasty finding Dengle as well. Aphex onto Psych. As Zynex will trade. A 2 versus 3. And for Glitchtech, this is a perfect round. It's gone, well, very heavily in their favor, winning game duels. And more importantly, trading with Deagles is a very hard thing to do. As the plant comes down, it's planted for everywhere. Zynex, he's taking no prisoners with this plant. It's a miracle he's able to stick it. As Pulsar makes his way round, going towards double doors. He's got Pug and Zynex to find. Shifting on forward. Glitchtech with a man advantage. What can they do with it? Pug, he's wary of Tasty. He'll be able to take him down, but Aphex finds Zynex. Pug now, with only 5 HP, it'll be a clean up from Pulsar. As that bomb ticks on down, it's close, but no cigar. As the defuse comes through, Glitchtech are going to hit double digits, making it 10. And for mCon, their economy is in a very dire position right now. Again, the eco going through from mCon. It'll be a fast push towards ramp, but it won't matter. Aphex and Demcoli. It's a lovely little spray down from Demcoli there. As the entire of mCon Academy is going to melt into that push. Glitchtech now only 1 round a lead. Oh, it's not mCon, it's mCon. My apologies. I'm so sorry. I'm way too dyslexic for team names with random capital letters in them. I do apologise for that. mCon. Right. I do apologise. As mCon, they're going to be trapped in a very early push towards lobby. Psych finding 2 on the response, but no kill found either way, as with a one man disadvantage, Pulsar's going to hold for Pug and Touch, spotting the first able to take him down, and the second as Touch will fall, and mCon are going to be tied up with Glitchtech now, 12 to 12 apiece. We'll have to see just what comes forward in terms of what would be an eco from mCon now. As that timeout ticks on down, we're going to be going into round 25, and for both Glitchtech and mCon, what will they do to beat one another? Glitchtech, they've realised that what works for them is aggression. As Glitchtech now gonna have to hold against some outside aggression from these Deagles. Dengle finding one, and then a nice little shot with that Deagle, able to find Flair's head. And to answer your question, let's see if he'll switch to his knife. Fingers crossed. As we'll see in just a moment. Again, mCon, considering they've got a fairly early advantage, they're going to have to back on away. That's a butterfly knife, case hardened. So the aggression comes up. Pulsar coming from Secret, able to take down Dengle. Looking for another as they put it back into a 4 versus 4. But no trade found just yet from mCon. So push comes out. Pistols in hand. Swinging wide on towards the safe side. Tasty finds one sight. That's straight. Aphex finding Zynex. As it's 2 versus 3. Psych finding Aphex. This M4 doing wonders for mCon. As Pulsar finds Psych. One left to find. It's all on Pug. The lone member is trapped center sight. mCon live from above will rain death. As Glitchtech hit 13. They were down for quite a way, but now they're starting to move on forward. Again, mCon taking this opening round fairly slowly, not coming anywhere just too heavily as they sit back and wait for the push to come. Glitchtech, their success came from their aggression. mCon tuned into that, and now they're being very passive. They're not letting Glitchtech get that man advantage they keep looking for, as they just maintain around lobby control, kind of hovering about the place. So flash goes out, outside control being teased by, I believe mCon is a Benelux org, so We'll call them Dutch for now. From the Dutch players. Zynex caught with a molly out as Pulsar was able to take him down. Yeah, they do. Dutch indeed. Okay. The Dutch side has Psych hovering around her, looking to make his way out, but Tasty is going to put an end to that. A lovely little shot taking him down. As mCon now, with 30 seconds left, have to commit to somewhere and sooner with no money. Apex finds one, Flares finds another. Pug, the lone member, 4 left to find. And Pulsar is going to take him down. As it's going to be a fast outside push coming through from mCon. Pulsar able to find one. Dutch able to trade. And mCon, they need this round desperately. As Pulsar finds Stengel. Push coming back around. mColi finding Dutch. Just a lovely little nade. Now 2-man disadvantage for mCon. They're going to need to open this site up and fast. Pulsar coming in from behind. It's going to be an easy trade from him as he swings wide, taking him down. And Pug finds himself alone. 4 players to find, and, well, he has the time to do so, but he doesn't have that positioning. He'll take down one. Trade not quite there, as Stacy's going to take him down. Glitchtech, they hit 15. And for them, this could be their chance to close out map 1. Touch, that's a lovely little opening, taking down mColi towards ramp, pushing mCon forward as he looks to regress further. Tasty, though, puts an end to that. That nade almost doing significant damage to him. Psych also falling to 30 HP early on as the push comes through. Zynex, he's been able to get towards control, but Pulsar's going to tear his head clean off as Stengel looks to plant. Swing comes wide, Pulsar takes him down. Pulsar almost on a rampage right now. Psych and Pug going to respond in turn, putting it into a 2 versus 2. As Tasty and Flare find themselves the lone members. Tasty takes down one. It's all on Psych. He's got 2 players to find. He's got 27 HP to do so. The plant comes down. Flare's going to find him through the smoke. And that's 16 to 12 as Glitchtech take map 1 in this best of 3 series. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming out to watch. We're going to go to a quick break before we go live with map 2. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 I'm safe and sound.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know. We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious, baby.
Hello and welcome back to mCon Academy versus Glitchtech Primis. It's going to be a standard push from Glitchtech towards the A site. Dengle going to take some early damage, but Pug, the bait setup comes through. He finds one, he finds two, on for the third. The Apex will be tagged up, but it'll win the aim duel. Going into a 3 vs 3, Tasty towards the outside. He'll be able to spot touch as P250 finding his head, as it's all on Zynex and Psych, the lone two players for mCon Academy. And let's see if they can catch out these players. Zynex taking Tasty Fart's head clean off. A lovely little shot from him. As Pulsar looks to find Zynex. Psych finds one. It's all on Pulsar. Zynex will find his head. The defuse comes in, and mCon, it's a clean but solid defuse coming through as they take that pistol round.
Hello.
Hello, and with that we're going to be joined with a duo cast today. We've got Ryan, Retro, Bernard. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, good. I joined in the late stages of map 1. I was quite gutted, of course, but maybe this will go all 3 maps, and you know, we saw quite a close nuke in map number 1, and now we're on overpass, so only can go upwards from here. Thank you everyone for tuning in so far. I apologise for only jumping in on the second map, but we'll kick things back underway very shortly. mCon, of course, after winning the round, they'll be on a 4 buy, but to be quite honest with you, the buy's been matched from the Primis side. The money for the bomb plant has definitely helped out, as Zynex still face forward, but he'll be quickly dropped, and now Glitchtech Primis will find their way charging onto the B-bomb site. Stemperlight claiming 2, he'll try to make it 3, but it'll be an absolute mock-up on the B-bomb site, 2 versus 4.
Yep, without a doubt. Then we're going to have Dengle coming in from heaven, able to find Apex Touch coming out as well to support him. It goes into a 2v2. Unfortunately, they are off that site and they don't have a kit, so Glitchtech, they're in a fairly solid position as they enter this retake. The stick comes through, Flair able to cancel it. It's a 1 versus 1, Flair versus Dengle, making his way towards center site. The tap comes in, there isn't much time, and with that he's out of time. Dengle now just looking to find the kill, as will take down Flair, but unfortunately for him, Glitchtech, they're going to find their first, tying it up 1-1 and winning that force buy. We're going to quickly throw to the starting student screen just so I can turn retro up. Will be just a second. Right, let's pray that isn't too loud. Okay, we've got it turned up. Fingers crossed it's not too loud. So, anyway, going to be a full buy coming through from Glitchtech. Another force buy coming through from mCon. We'll see pistols, the odd Galil, the odd M4. But for Glitchtech, they've got that superior buy and the utility to back it up. Running into some pistols and deagles. Can they do some damage? We'll have to see.
The bomb site coming out. Affix is going to be trying to lead the charge, but Pulsar and Demkalite finding one apiece. It's Pug and Dengle with a quick trade-off, but Demkalite comes out on top with a crisp headshot with the AK-47. Flair, he'll pump in those digits and get that bomb planted in the early stages of round number 3. And Touch and Pug is the only 2 players remaining. Flair, he'll get the tag through, no conversion found. He'll go for seconds, though, and easily find the frag. The spam out towards short as well. Pug is pinned down towards this sandbags position. The Molotovs are coming to force him out, but he's able to run away. No problems for him. He'll be able to save the Galil, but Glitchtech Primis, they'll find themselves up 1 round here, 2-1. mCon, though, will be able to try and salvage a little bit in the next rounders. And we'll have a little bit of money to buy the upgraded pistols, but other than that, not too much. Pug might just catch this player off guard, though, and he will not. It's Tasty Fart to find the frag, and mCon, they'll be forced straight onto that eco, probably a full one at that, looking at their money.
Yep, without a doubt. And the Glitchtech, this is a chance to start moving on ahead. The veto being, I think it was Nuke, Overpass, Train, all of which Glitchtech maps. Unfortunately, I can only speak to the veto of Glitchtech. We haven't seen, or I haven't had the pleasure of casting mCon at all this season. I don't know who's picked what map, but for Glitchtech, I can say this is a fairly comfortable veto for them, so to say.
Yeah, I mean, both sides look very strong, at least, you know, to make it into this stage of Phoenix is quite an achievement. But, you know, these teams battling it out in the quarterfinals will really try to put some pressure on, and it'll definitely start to build up as Pug will get Molotov down. He might just find the frag, though. The full line comes in and he'll be able to escape. But I think something to note, though, is mCon, they're not shying away from these gunfights. Even though they have only USPs, they're doing a great job in just trying to hold off and play for some map control. Unfortunately, it won't work because there is 2 bomb sites in every map, as it'll be Glitchtech Primis to find their way onto B. But I think it's something to note, though, the fact that mCon will not shy away from a gunfight, and we might just see some aggressive plays from them, maybe on their CT side. I would expect so on their T, but, you know, we might see something special. I'm not too sure, as Tasty Fart, he'll open things up, but by the looks of things, mCon, they have no business in winning. They just want to go for the damages. Pug will find the headshot, and things go 4-on-4, but it's only the Galil retrieved, and Primis might just escape with 4 AKs here.
Yep, without a doubt. And Primis to hold on to 4 AKs going into next. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It would give him a 3-round lead, another plant. Chance to build some economy. The only player who did fall was the only player without an AK. So Tasty, it's not the end of the world that he has to reinvest fully. mCon actually going to lose the player to the bomb there. Unfortunately, that's the player with the gun, as they won't be able to save anything going into next round. A bit of a blunder there, as it will be USPs going around the house going into next. As we'll then see the full investment. It's M4s and a FAMAS against the full buy of Glitchtech. Tasty opting for that AWP, so we'll have to see if he can get some early picks with that. mCon, I do apologise, mCon, not mCon. It's become Reflex now, and so they're probably going to have a botched name for the rest of the series, but we can try our best. As Flair makes his way to establish fast B control, and mCon not looking to challenge it.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have to really play all too much aggression. With the triple B stack, it allows them to play a little bit more of a give-and-go sort of scenario. But, I mean, they're not doing too bad in terms of keeping their ground. Of course, they are 2 rounds behind, but it's early stages for round number 5. And, I mean, the bye round, it does go in Glitchtech Primis' favour. But, you know, mCon, we've seen them deliver time and time again with these rifles. So, let's hope they can pull something off here.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Primis, they're kind of taking their time. They're kind of hovering outside B. We don't see any early push, as they just allow mCon to just be slow, be methodical. And unfortunately for mCon, they don't have too much util to defend against the push, as Cynex instantly taken down by Pulsar. The entry comes through, the set piece goes out, the flash to follow. And now the sights to be fought for. Who will win these aim duels? Tasty going to take down Psych. They've got actually basing him to swing wide. Flare through the smoke is going to take down Demkel. Or Dengle, sorry, as Touch and Pug now. The lone 2 players for mCon. Touch will find one, but it could just be a silver lining. A lot of these players for Glitchtech are very low. Unfortunately, it's not their HP that matters, it's can they be found. It's Tasty, he finds another one, a nice little shot. On for the third as Pug looks to back on away just in time. He's flashed, he'll take down Aphex, but falling to 20 HP. For him, it's just going to be a matter of backing on away. Glitchtech, they're going to make it 4, and mCon will cause a pause to come on through.
Yeah, I think this is a smart play for them to make. You know, they don't particularly want to give up too many rounds and not really consider and reflect on what's going on. You know, they're starting to lose round, but maybe, you know, why now are they losing these? Is it because the aim duel's on B that they're trying to take, or are they just playing in a way that means that they're losing the players early on? I think if I were mCon, I would try to relax as much as possible. I think that round mainly was the fact that they gave up the utility for the fire rate, and that is something that you'll learn very quickly in these best of threes. How, especially in any game of CS, realistically, is how much utility means to you. If you have a Molotov close, that B push could have been prevented. Glitchtech Primis would have been delayed by 10 seconds or so, and by then, you know, mCon could have a rotate to heaven. The AWPer could come in. You know, there's a lot of different factors that could affect them with this utility, and that's why it's such a good stalling tactic. You know, smokes are there as a blockage of sight, but Molotovs, unless, you know, smoked out themselves, prevent you from pushing that site. So I think mCon right now, obviously they are going for what is looking to be a half buy. This round, I think they should invest mainly into trying to do damage to the Primis economy, because it's not looking too grand right now. And then the next round, I think a FAMAS buy could be very, very good for them. The FAMAS armor full utility, and hopefully they'll realize that they don't have to buy head armor. Considering the economy of Primis, you know, the AKs are all there. They're not going to need head armor. So maybe we'll see something like that come out here. Heading into round number 6, though, it's looking quite dominant for the Primis side in map 2.
Yep, without a doubt. And honestly, you said it perfectly. I really want to see this utility come through from mCon. Personally, I think that the way to do it would be through B control. I want to see short control come out. I'd love to see them fight for A short control, but I realize that A short control, you're only really fighting for a pick rather than map control. But having presence in connector as well could never go amiss from mCon. They just need to get their bodies into angles on these buy rounds. The push comes through onto A. Kill's going either way. Pug finding one of his own. Unfortunately, with the only buy of the team, he needs more than just one kill. It's going to go into a 2 versus 4 for mCon. And honestly, they're going to have to attempt to potentially catch out the odd rifle on the retake. Unfortunately, all of the AKs have been dropped on the site rather than on the run up to the site, so saving one is going to be very, very difficult for these Deagles of mCon.
I mean, yeah, Zynex finds one onto Aphex, but Pulsar with a quick frag means Psych is alone against 3, and looking at his positioning, he might just be able to catch off a lurking player from the Primis side, but I mean, the damage has been quite good for mCon in this round. If Psych can find one, which he will do so, swings wide. Oh, he nearly finds the AWP as well. Pulsar, in fact, goes down. Psych's able to retrieve the AK and deny 2 more players. So that is the damage we like to see. mCon, I mean, a couple of players have got head armor, which is not the best of ideas. I mean, looking at the money from Glitchtech, you know they got the bomb plant there. You know that they've had money since they've won the last 4 or 5 now. So they definitely didn't need to buy that head armor. Maybe it's a reassurance just in case one had a Mac 10, but I mean, it was a good round for mCon. Even though they did lose, I feel like they gained a lot more in that round. As round 7, and we're pushing towards B.
And that's a very early push as well from B, coming out from mCon. Finding 1, finding 2. Pug on the response though. Able to follow up on the uptake though, but Aphex will put an end to that. It's a one-man disadvantage for mCon as they kickstart this retake before the bomb's even planted. I love this from them because it means that Glitchtech don't get a chance to get comfortable. Fortunately, they do run the risk of Glitchtech doing just this, which is coming back up towards Banana. Pulsar, he'll make noise as he rotates up, and that's going to clue mCon into the fact that they've been had. As they'll make their way back on forward. That flash is actually perfect from mCon just to keep Pulsar at bay. Fortunately, though, as Flare takes down Dengle, the flash is going off, the AWP rings out, the flank comes through from Aphex, and Touch's days are numbered. Aphex making his way forward, spotting him by some miracle. Touch is able to turn around, taking down Aphex. 2 players left to find. As he'll make his way on forward, looking for the remainder. Pulsar and Flare, both hiding. Also going to spot that barrel. Pulsar going to find that player, as well as the AWP. Securing Glitchtech a very substantial lead now of 6-1 on their second map of this series.
Yeah, mCon not having the greatest of starts, as you can see, evidently by the scoreboard, but more importantly, I feel like the individual gunfights, we saw Pug get a lovely 2k on the B bomb site there. It was unfortunate. Had he have shut down the third, I feel like mCon would have had such a good chance in winning that one. Of course, though, it was unfortunate for them. Heading into this round, though, they'll try and take some quick shots. Aggression, it's Flare VFX to find the first. It's Zynex to fall, and all of a sudden, mCon Academy a man down once more. Admittedly, with pistols being invested in this round, it's not looking too grand for them, but I feel like in this scenario, they need to be a little more cautious and try and play with the pistols a little bit more. Try and get themselves, even if it is just 1 or 2 frags, it's 1 or 2 frags to add to their collection, and you know, they try to deny it some weaponry, and there you go. Dengle finding one. He's able to retrieve the AK-47 as well, but Primis, by the looks of things, will be just trying to bombard this B bomb site, setting up with a perfect execute, and the bomb will be rotating, in fact, so it's going to be the back towards A. mCon might just be able to read into this, though.
Again, it looks like we will see the rotation come through. The player to watch out for, though, is Touch. He's hugging the struck. He knows players are coming. The set piece is going to go down for Glitchtech, and he's actually going to eat that smoke grenade. While being fully blinded, he'll back on away. As Dengle gets taken down, Touch still alive. He's able to find one. Can he do more with it, though? As he'll huff around this smoke, Aphex will find him. The plant comes through, and Psych, the lone member of mCon, is going to have some issues in this particular league. It's actually with 3 players to find, all of which wary of the fact he's going to be on the rotation from B.
Yeah, 1 player left. The Desert Eagle on Psych is not exactly the most opportunist of weapons to be taking into this one, as it will be the AWP still in play for the Glitchtech Primis side, and they've still got 2 AKs to follow up with as well. I feel like mCon, I mean, they've done the damage. That's all that mattered to them, is that they tried to do a little bit of damage. They might just be able to do a little bit more as Cycle swing wide. He finds the shot onto Aphex, but the P250 holds supreme. Tasty Fart will find the frag. But again, mCon doing damage. You see 3 players dropped on the side of the Glitchtech Primis. As, you know, they might have the huge round advantage, but mCon are finding the frags. In this round, they've just got to be very concise and smart with what they do here heading into round number 9.
Yep, and mCon, they need something to work for them, and soon. Glitchtech, they are being dominant on overpass, having 1 nuke, 16-10, or 16-12, I think it was, sorry. This is just not a reflection of how that nuke game went. It's going to be early aggression. Pulsar and mCon finding some players of their own. Dengle able to trade onto 1, but is it the chance to come back into this round, or is it a silver lining? As Pulsar takes down Pug, it looks very, very much like the latter. As Dengle will be able to make his way up from Con towards short. He's going to be the only real player who can stop this push. As the remaining players from mCon, both of which tagged very low. The smokes are going to go down. It's going to be an easy plant, and it's on the wrong side of these boxes. Dengle whiffing his shot towards Tasty. It's going to mean his location's known, and with his position compromised, it's going to be even harder for him to come into this.
Yeah, and with these last 2 remaining players' health being equal to about 100, they're going to have a hard time. But the first frag's found, and look at the positioning of these last 2 players. They're not really helping each other, as Dengle will find the quick shot. It's all on Aphex in a 1 versus 2 to try and keep it at a minimal 1 round. He'll swing wide and find the first. He'll have to span through the smoke. Dengle, he's just found Aphex with such a close round. He's able to make it 8, though, and Glitchtech Primis retain with such dominant form. That was a great round from them, as they'll be looking to try and extend their lead. They've already won the half, excuse me, inside 10 rounds. 8-7 is the best case scenario for mCon right now. It's not looking too likely heading into round number 10.
Again, early kill going in favour. Aphex able to take down Dengle. And again, mCon, they just have such a difficult time getting into these rounds. Their setups just aren't working. Pulsar tries to aggress on his own. I suspect that's him getting just a bit too cocky going forward as it goes into a 4 versus 4. But mCon with only pistols, it really is going to be hard to repute an entire offensive from Glitchtech, especially one that's backed up by utility. We'll see. Glitchtech again setting up outside Monster. The push going to come on through Pug. He's able to pick up that AK. He's one of the only players with armor. As the nades go down, the set piece goes out. Pug, that's a dire time to reload. As will swing wide, finding one, looking for a second. Touches 5-7's going to do work as well. As Pug will find Demcola. He's on for 3, and now suddenly the mantle of responsibility falls to Tasty. So 1 versus 3 making his way forward, hoping to catch out the odd player, but it's going to be a toughie for him. Pug will tear his head clean off. A 4K secured by the Dutch player, and a second round found for Team mCon.
Yeah, I mean, that was a spectacle to watch. We expected Primis, you know, to absolutely steamroll mCon, especially on the eco round like that. And mCon, they're proving exactly what they're made of. They can bounce back in what seems to be the most dire of times. You know, 8-1 down is not exactly the best place to be mentally and physically. So for them to win that round, especially on the force buy, was quite the spectacle. As into round number 11, mCon, they've stacked many towards B, but they're going to have to be very cautious of that immediate A rush that Glitchtech Primis are pulling off right now. Dengle is going to be the man to try and hold things down as that grenade. It does so much damage, and it's even repeated. Touch finds the first with the AWP. Dengle swinging wide, finds one, taps one through the smoke. That's Tasty Fart, dropped to 37 points of health, and it's not looking all too likely for the Glitchtech Primis side as they'll try and return some smokes to try and retain some A cover. But by the looks of things, mCon, they are able to extinguish the push that Primis tried to put on there. It was a great job from them, but mCon, they are still 2 men ahead, but Glitchtech, they can pull this one back. It's just a matter of how.
Yeah, and fortunately for them, they're going towards the safe site, the only place that's stacked with multiple members. Psych making his way forward, aggressing to toilets. He's going to find the bomb of Flare, taking him down. Pulsar's able to trade, but without the bomb, the round is pretty much over for Glitchtech. mCon able to make it their 3rd, and the question is this a comeback or is this a death rattle? As Zynex, he's fighting Tasty, and this round's starting to look very convincing.
Yeah, I mean, they're winning rounds by a great extent. Admittedly, you can't really fault Primis for that one. It was their force buy. They tried to get A control, and mCon were able to deal with that very swiftly. Heading into this round, of course, it's another eco, another round on the doors for mCon, and they will look to make it 4, especially since Pulsar's only invested a P250. Everyone else has Glocks, so you know it's not looking all too likely. Touch to find the first rank with the AWP. He'll be able to retreat as well. Dengle, he'll drop the Molotov and he'll line up 2. Tries to make it 3, does so. Switches over to the USP. As Pulsar will be the last man left against 5. Finds his way through long somehow. He's able to turn back, but Touch, he's scoped in on the angle and he'll find the frag. No problems for him. It's 3 in the round. Dengle finds 2, and mCon make it 4.
Yeah, and that is a beautiful round from mCon, actually. Just shutting down that eco, not getting too cocky, not hunting for eco frags. They get the kill, they back away, and more importantly, they're calm about it. Glitchtech now, 8 to 1 is a good start. Fortunately, 8 to 7 is a lot worse. As we'll see a force buy come out, a P90 in the hands of Tasty. As Flare holds on to a Max 10, it's a fast push towards B. Can it be held? Demcola finding one early on. Zynex taking a bit of molly damage as Pug able to trade. Zynex finding one more. Tasty getting another. 3 versus 3 for the B site. Contact continuing to ring on out. Pug continues to survive though, and he'll continue to be tenacious and just get in the way of any push that comes through from Glitchtech. Tasty upgrading that P90 to an AK.
Yeah, 3-on-3 scenario right now. mCon, you know, not a lot of utility on these remaining players, but arguably the exact same for Glitchtech. Only 1 flash between 3 of them means that whatever they choose to take now is going to be hard, as the flashbang will be used towards B. Tasty Fart able to swing wide, and he'll swing home. Touch falls, and now the man deficit for mCon as Tasty Fart will line up one more. It's all on Dengle in a 1 versus 3. The spam out from Pulsar. The spray connects in Primis. They find number 9.
Yeah, and that is a beautiful little round coming forward. And for Glitchtech hitting 9, that kind of speaks a ton. The idea being that leading 9-4 means that they're going to be able to, even if it goes to 9-6, they're going to have a convincing lead going into the CT side. If they lose the first 3 rounds, it doesn't matter, it's still tied up. They're not, it's ground they make here to save them from any mistakes later. Again, if it's anything more, if it starts hitting 10-11, that's going to be even scarier for mCon, as it means that their margin for error gets reduced just that bit further. As, again, mCon, they are on that favoured CT side. However, 9-6, that is going to be their objectives as we enter the penultimate rounds. Pulsar going to fall to Zynex. Nice little one-way coming through from him, and there's no real response from Glitchtech.
It's quite odd to stack the 4 players towards long, and Pulsar to swing there, I think, is quite a critical mistake to make, as, you know, they will go the man down. No one's there to trade. Obviously, he didn't expect the one-way smoke to be there, but I feel like the no flash assistance at Squall. But speaking of flash assistance, Zynex, he'll find 1, 2, and 3. He's full blind from Pug, but he'll look to line up his 5th within the round, but it's quickly denied as Pug will mop up the remainder of the round. Tasty Fart falls in mCon Academy with quite... last penny into this round. Round 15 to be played out. mCon looking quite on fire right now.
My apologies for that. We had a little connection issue there. It should be all fixed, though, as Psych aggresses towards Connected, taking down a fix early on. There's attention back around as mCon makes his way up. Con taking down Psych. I don't think he may have heard that push. It means Dengle in toilets right now is going to have a very hard time holding. Tasty kind of pushing him into him through the smoke. Dengle will take him down, but there's more to find as Pulsar makes his way forward. He'll just be able to be taken down. Dengle, he'll finally be stopped by Flare. A two-man versus 3-man take coming forward from Glitchtech. If they can make their way towards this ace site, looks like Demkola is going to lead the charge, but with Zynex in an aggressive long position, it's going to be almost impossible to hold as they back on away. Zynex, he could potentially line them up right now. Dem needs to be careful as he'll turn his attention at just the right moment, actually. Pushing forward, Zynex finds 1 Flare, turning back around desperately with that low sensitivity, scraping his mouse across the mouse mat to find him. But with only 34 HP, it's going to be a very difficult clutch to win.
Yeah, no utility as well means that he's only got the bomb and his Kevlar to his name as of right now. The AWP and the Desert Eagle combo could work out for him, but with 30 seconds left, time is going to be of the essence. He'll try to move towards this A bomb site. He does pick up a Molotov, which could be very useful, especially if it's using the right position. Pug could get flushed out here and he'll be able to find a bomb plant, but I think that's all that he'll be able to do in this round, especially with 15 seconds left as the clock will start to tick down. Flare might just go for this peek here and find the frag. Oh, that's so unlucky. He doesn't find the swing in time. Pug will be there to swing wide, and it will make it 6 as Glitchtech Primis with an 8-1 lead. I mean, mCon were able to bounce back, and it's now a 6-9 half. But Primis on that CT side, it could just be the fact that they might be able to pick up some more success on their CT side. At the same time, though, you could say the exact same about mCon. They might just flare up on their T side and really show us what they're made of in map number 2. Kick things underway, though, the second pistol, and we'll kick things underway right now.
Yep, and the buy from mCon is very surprising. It's armor around the board, so it's going to be a very aggressive push. It's going to be very reliant on aim duels, and holding a sight will be somewhat difficult. Glitchtech, their buy is also very armor heavy. It's just Apex with that kit and flashbacky on away. It's Tasty gets that early contact. Racing on forward, he'll find 1, looking for more as Flare's there to support him. 2 players found already. Flare with that bomb down means that mCon have no choice but to fight them for this. As Zynex swings wide, trying to tap him down. Eventually he'll find Flare's head. It's messy, but it works. But Tasty and Pulsar, they're still alive. They're still fighting. They're still going to look for these players, unfortunately, as well. Psych, he's on the other side of the map. It's going to be so hard for him to support these players, especially with his location known.
Yeah, and this 1-man deficit from mCon is going to be quite troublesome, especially when the bomb isn't in their favour. Pulsar, he'll swing wide and try to find the frag, and he does do so, but he takes the dink in the meantime. Pug is going to respond, but the HP heavily in Glitchtech Primis' favour right now, and with 40 seconds left, mCon, they are going to have to make moves here. They are going to try their luck in retaking this mid position and getting that bomb back, but it's going to be quite troublesome. Psych does manage to pick things up as they'll drop and look towards Connector. As Pug will retrieve the USPS, he'll start to spam out some shots as none will connect. He'll just wriggle his way into Connector and onto this B bomb site. As Glitchtech Primis will be arriving late on scene. The bomb will get planted, and it's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, and you see he'll be able to take down Pug early on. We'll see what the response is as Apex finds Psych. It's quick, it's violent, and it's effective. As Glitchtech, they line themselves up for a 10th, and for mCon, it's a matter of can they pull themselves back into this. They needed that pistol rounds for a chance to tie it up early. Instead, by the time they start reaching this kind of standard area for ties, it'll be about 12-13 to Glitchtech, and at that point, there's very little room for mistakes.
Right, that bomb plant, though, is going to help with their economy majorly. They're able to eco this round and try and force something up in the next. So, it's not exactly looking like the worst of the worst. As it'll be mCon taking a lot of damage early on in the round due to Molotovs and grenades. Zynex will swing wide. He'll find one. It's near trade, but Pug will be able to close things out. But the damage has been done by the Primis side. It's a 1 versus 3. Pug, though, does have an M4 in his hands, which could be quite dangerous. Tasty Fart might be the first man to walk into it, but the quick adjustment with the FAMAS means that Glitchtech Primis will make it 11-6, and they seem to be running away with this game once more.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it's just a perfect little setup from Glitchtech there to secure that round for themselves. Granted though, for mCon, it was an eco. That didn't matter as much as this does. AK's round the board, utility to support it. Glitchtech, they maintain the bonus MP9, so I suspect to see a very aggressive push from somewhere. Can mCon shut it down? It is prevalent that they do, because if Glitchtech can pull ahead any further, it's going to spell doom for this Dutch side.
Yeah, and I think they need to try and figure out what the problems are, and quite immediately, as they'll nearly find them. Well, they'll find themselves 5 rounds down right now, nearly 6, as both sides will be on a buy. Primis, of course, having 2 MP9s, and to be quite honest with you, they can be quite effective. I'm not gonna discount them from the play at all, but mCon with 5 AKs, meaning it could just be spelling trouble as Psych and Deck will find one apiece. It's Apex with a quick trade with the MP9 as it will get quickly turned over by Zynex and put back into the death screen as Tasty Fart will make his way towards long, but the damage has been done by the mCon side as they'll be finding themselves in a 2-man advantage, but with 45 seconds left, they are still required to take a bomb site. No real gauge has been gotten on this B bomb site. The smoke prevent the push as well, and with 35 seconds left, mCon, they have to make a decision quickly. And by the looks of things, it's going to be A as Psych makes his way on forward. Here's Demkalai pushing up. The headshot will be there in the end. Zynex will get dropped, but one player left. It's all on Tasty Fart, and he's removed of. mCon make it 7, and by the looks of things, they'll be trying to fish their way back into the running here as we head into round number 19.
Yep, you've said it perfectly. It's actually looking very effective for mCon with those 2 rounds. Glitchtech, they go onto a force buy now, MP9s and Deagles. And if they lose this, it's going to be an eco, and that's going to be mCon's chance to start catching up with them. As we do see a bit of early damage done to Pug from Util, but at what point is it just tickle damage? We'll have to see. As Zynex finds them, Golai will be able to take down Flare as well, a lovely little 2k, with no response really from Glitchtech. It's going to look like a very doomed round as Touch finds Tasty. Pulsar and Apex are lone players. Apex is going to find one, but it could just be a silver lining for this team. mCon, they're going to look to build their economy off this one. A plant going to be lined up towards this A site. Pulsar going to be the only player who can stop them, but with an MP9, the odds aren't looking in his favour.
And to be quite honest with you, Glitchtech Primis seem to have gotten a real stamp on this round as they'll plant the bomb once more. In fact, it's like, I'll go for the fake planters. It'll be a comfortable 8th for mCon. I don't think Pulsar or Apex have any opportunity in this round, and I feel like this one's going to be closed out, but there's still a lot of work to do. I feel like it's just a matter of time now to see exactly what the next moves are for Primis. They want to eco this next round, obviously, but with these 2 guns, do they force buy into this round, or Do they eco around these weapons? I feel like a timeout could be very utilized here in quite an effective manner. Primis, I hope they do call one and consider what the problems they are running into are. It'll be Pulsar to find one zap coming out from Psych, but Primis, they'll drop one more as mCon will find 8 as it'll be round number 20 coming up right now.
Yeah, and it's going to be a rough one for Glitchtech now. We're going to see that what is potentially a poor buy coming forward. We've seen they favour these kind of forced buy scenarios. I do want to see them eco though. Just take their time. Don't buy into this fully, and that's just what they're doing. Aphex is going to be the lone player with that AK, and an AK as well. It's a power weapon. You can see players get 3Ks off the bat with that, especially on ecos like this, and it can really propel Glitchtech into a victory this round, but you just need to use it at the right time. Bengal finds one, Psych finds another, and these ecoed players for Glitchtech are just being mowed down like freshly cut grass.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to become quite problematic for the Glitchtech Primis side, as mCon seem to be doing very well in what they're doing so far, as they keep clawing rounds back one by one, and they're doing it in quite fashionable style as well. You know, they're not even losing too many players. There's no close round as of right now, as Touch will find his way onto the B bomb site. Execution with the AWP, as will be Demkalai and Pulsar against 5. The deagle shot from Demkalai is crisp, but I think the damage has already been done. mCon will find themselves another round, and only a 2-round deficit for them now, as they'll be looking quite on form. The eco starting to stack up as well, and I feel like this is going to become quite a problem for Primis now.
Undoubtedly, both Pulsar and Demkolai gonna look to try and save Pulsar the deagle, Demkolai the AK. Both players hoping that essentially holding on to these guns would make their life a bit easier going into next. Unfortunately, the mantle of responsibility to save at least is all on Demkolai. That bomb's going to go off. mCon are going to hit 9. And Glitchtech, their lead reduced to just 2 rounds. Looks like the buy going forward as well will be a fairly standard one round the house. Neither team, or Glitchtech especially, won't be able to get an AWP. mCon keeping the one that's already existing on Touch. He's had a fairly good game with it so far, so no reason to change. As Glitchtech go for a very heavy push towards both Con and towards A short. This is where contact's going to be. This is where the pushes come on out. As A short control is taken. Touch able to find Tasty on the uptake though. As Touch will be tagged down very low, but no kill going either way. Psych finds one, Pug finds another. It's all on Flare to try and trade. He'll find 2 of his own, but with 3 left to find, he's going to be alone trying to hold this. There's no way he's going to be able to defend this bomb. He's going to fall back, wait for the rotation to come through from Dem, and then use that to potentially catch out these mCon players as they aggress further.
Yeah, and with the man deficit for the Primis side, it means that mCon will have a slight advantage. HP is arguably 100 in their favour, but that can be quickly turned around, especially like that as Demkalai with such a crisp headshot. He shuts down Zynex, and that man advantage is quickly been eradicated from this one, as looks to be Primis are really hungry for their 12th, as it'll be Touch and Pug facing against Demkalai and Flare. 40 seconds left on the clock, so mCon will have to try and aggress quite quickly here. I feel like A is the best option considering their utility as well. It's probably the better of the 2 sites, as Glitchtech only have a Molotov and a Flashbang all on Demkalai. So I feel like in this round, with 20 seconds left, mCon need to be very, very speedy with their take. And here we go. The smoke and the Molotov to follow. They will get this bomb plant. Pug actually planting for reverse default, which could be problematic for the Primis side.
Yep, absolutely could be. That smoke goes down. They're going to look to just fall back towards long, kind of hover around that kind of SWAT area, not committing too heavily to a push, potentially towards bank. Instead, they wait for the aggression to come from Glitchtech. That's a nice little lead. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too late. As Touch holds for the initial burst of aggression, that molly goes down. It's going to make it very hard to stick this defuse. As the first player taps it, the push comes forward, and Demkolai finds one Touch there. Now the lone player as time ticks on down. Unfortunately, there's no time left. Flare, he'll be able to win the clutch in terms of players. Not in terms of rounds. That bomb goes off. Flare, he'll just about be able to make it, falling to 4 HP, but mCon, by the hair well, by a hair's breadth, are going to be able to make it 10. Glitchtech are still in the lead, but for how much longer? They've had a very, very weak CT side. We'll have to see if they're able to just scrape it over the line.
Yeah, and with this momentum, I feel like Glitchtech are going to be in a bit of a problem now, as heading into round 22 with a 1-round deficit, the Eagles aren't exactly going to provide the best of solutions to their problems. As I mean, mCon, they did do it themselves, but you know, I feel like it's a completely different story. The 1-for-1 trade there, Psych is going to get dropped by Affix, but this push might just come in. Touch lines up one with the AWP. He's given room to back off as well, as the remaining mCon players will try and find their way out onto this B bomb site. Demkalai with a lovely headshot there, shutting down Zynex, but the bomb...
So that bomb goes down. Dengle, he'll be able to find Demkolai, and with only 2 players left, it's going to be a very hard press clutch for Glitchtech. It looks like it will be a matter of saving again. Oh, from the looks of it, the stream was still running when the server went down there, so it wasn't actually me who timed out. As, again, that clock kicks down, we're going to see Pulsar and Flare saving. So that bomb goes off. mCon Academy, they're going to tie up 11 to 11.
I mean, yeah, quite the round. And finally, we'll see the buy, or the pause rather, come out for Primis. I feel like that's the most necessary thing to be doing right now. They're in a problem where, you know, it's quite a serious issue when you've lost so many rounds in a row. They need to consider the problems that they've run into and the problems that they might just encounter heading into these next few rounds. But they've opted for the double AWP setup, so maybe that might just be the stroke of luck that they need here. Heading into round 23, it's 11 to 11, and it's going to get very, very close now heading into the last few steps of this game.
Yeah, without a doubt. And mCon, they've got the momentum. They've had a great C side. Glitchtech, to all their credit, they had a solid CT, or they also had a solid T side, but the CT side is just not working out for them. Granted, they haven't had a full buy yet. You're going to see double AWP setup come through on both Pulsar and Tasty. So if there ever was a chance to make a bit of a comeback, or to re-amount the aggression that he showed on that T side, now would be the time to do so, especially with only 7 rounds left of the map.
I feel like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but I feel like
That's okay.
This is going to be quite a serious issue now. Glitchtech Primis, I feel like they need to win this round. If they don't win this round, I feel like this is going to definitely go to map number 3. Because, you can only hope that Primis, you know, they've shown such potential so far that, you know, they might be able to bounce back. But mCon, immediate short control on this B bomb site as well will be quite problematic for the Primis side, as FX will know that the door's open. He'll be able to give that info across, but they don't exactly know if they've gone out yet. It might have just been the grenade to open it. It might have been anything, really. As the clock will wind down, mCon still playing for control, as no gunshots have been fired in this round, at least. As Pulsar, he'll get boosted up and he'll find the first shot. It's a lovely opener for him, and Primis, they might have just found themselves their gateway back into this game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This was their chance to find some aggression. It was their chance to kind of mount a bit of an offensive. And now that they've kind of shut down that presence towards B, the water, there is still someone there. But it's going to be very hard for Poke to push on out, having to constantly worry about that player above him. As mCon, yeah, still have players outside Monster. The push could come through, and Pulsar is actually rotated away, so this could be some very poor timing. There's 35 seconds left on that clock. Time is ticking, and they're just going to shift on out. It will be on Demkolai to take that early point of contact. So players make their way forward. The molly goes down. He sees the players coming. And Pulsar, he realizes he's been had. Make his way back up towards heaven to join Tasty, who's ringing out shots forward, finding Zynex's head. Turns attention back towards the other side of Pillar. Touch, able to trade. The swing comes forward. Bug finding Demkolai, turning back around, finding Pulsar as well. 9 seconds left. The plant goes down. 3 versus 2 now, and Glitchtech collapsed. Touch being taken down by Aphex. The push could come through yet still, as Flare diving down from heaven, realizing he needs to move quick. As Pug is found, Psych is spotted. Apex on low HP is going to have a very rough time trying to defend against this.
Yeah, 1 versus 2. Psych does have a lot of HP in his name, though, and oh my word, did he just line them both up? Flare and Apex both run right into the AK spray, and mCon, they make it 12. Primis, they're at 11, and their CT side is starting to crumble. This might just go the distance. This might just go to map 3, as Primis will be desperately trying to find their way back into this one.
Yeah, without a doubt, it is looking so difficult for Primis right now. They're going to be buying down to just 2k round the board. Pulsar able to hold on to an M4, but it's just going to be Deagles to support him. There's hardly any utility as well. And mCon, they're starting to feel confident as well. We see some early aggression towards Long being punished as Touch finds the M4. And with that, Glitchtech have no real teeth in this round whatsoever, as they do aggression towards B, but to what avail, as they still dink down Touch. It's just tickle damage, though. It's a silver lining. Glitchtech, they need some solid kills and some solid rounds, and it's just not going in their way.
Yeah, I mean, Glitchtech, they only have 2 players left. It's a lovely shot from far, but I feel like at this point, it's all she wrote for this round. Zynex and Psych will find 1 apiece, and mCon will make it 13. It's been quite the spectacle so far, as Glitchtech now slipping 2-round deficit in their name now, as round 25 will be the turning point. I feel like if Primis don't win this, it's all over. I feel like this is their last resort to try and get back into this game.
Yeah, it is literally going to be a Hail Mary from Glitchtech to just try and find something. Looks like short control's going to come on through, so finally we'll see some aggression. Kolai leading the charge, fighting Dengle. Zynex is there. The trade goes either way. Zynex almost making it 2 there as Pulsar just backs on off. 30 HP remaining. Needs go either way, but Zynex with just 5 HP will survive a little bit longer. mCon now just shifting on forward, establishing connector control as well, kind of hovering towards Party, as now that Glitchtech have kind of shown some aggression. They've got that they almost had that man advantage. They had that kind of standard HP advantage as well. mCon, they're slowing down a little bit. They're being a bit more methodical with their pushes, as looks like some aggression will be shown towards A. Tasty aggression at the peak at the wrong moment could spell the end for him right now. As with 50 seconds left, mCon, they do kind of hover around this default, not coming anywhere just yet though. As I say that, Touch, he goes down to 1 HP. A well-placed nade from Glitchtech could spell the end to 2 of their players, as they're on 5 and 1 HP, but unfortunately, even with the HP, it's still enough to kill. 30 seconds left now. The push set up towards B. Flare, he's holding firm. Can he find these remaining players? As the set piece goes out, the push to follow Flare. He needs to go huge right now. As the players start barreling towards him, he'll find 1. He'll not quite find the second, but Apex finds the second for him. As contact goes either way, Apex finds 1 more. It's all on Psych. He takes down 1, 2 left to find, and 12 seconds to do so. As Pulsar swings wide, Pulsar takes him down. And Glitchtech, they're going to make it 12. mCon Academy, with just 1 round separating them now.
Yeah, I mean, that was desperately needed for the Glitchtech Primis side, and luckily they do so quite the round for them to do it in as well. And they really needed that round heading into round 26. It's going to be Primis in a 1-round deficit, but Touch, he's able to find the opener. It's a crisp headshot with the AWP, putting Pulsar down, as he'll now be the man up for mCon once more. They might just be able to make it 14 as they hurl themselves towards this B-bomb site. Zynex to find the opener, nearly a second. Flare VFX is able to get away with 90 points of health to his name, but Psych, with some lightning fast reaction, takes him down, and it's the double AWP setup for the Primis side against 4. Will it happen?
Honestly, I want to see these guys save. I don't want to see them try and risk these AWPs on heroics, as we've seen how well AWP aggression works for Glitchtech. 9 times out of 10 they're winning that dual bar this round, where Touch was able to hit a very nice shot. Steve's trying to get away. He will be able to, but it's close. And honestly, looking at the economy as well for Glitchtech, they're not going to have anything else around these guns. So these AWPs, these long-range duels, able to get a kill, fall back, get another kill. It works perfectly with the poor buy that's going to be supporting it.
Yeah, I feel like now mCon are really on the front foot. They're able to do exactly what they want in this game, as Primis will call one more timeout just to consider what their options are. And I feel like this could very well go to overtime if they do it right. They're going to have a couple of SMGs, probably one M4, and then... Oh, wow, they can... I forgot that, you know, Aphex and Tasty Fart do exist, so it'll be double AWP, M4, and I'm guessing MP9s on these last two remaining players who might see a UMP buy, but other than that, I feel like if they were to play these close angles, in fact, there is an M4, so it's a double M4, double AWP, one MP9. If Primis are to pick up this round, this could very well go to overtime. I feel like, though, that this might just be a problem for them. As the MP9, it is good at close range, but will Flair be able to pick up some frags? They might just have to go for this short aggression here, in which case we might see Primis pull one out of the bag, but mCon, they're looking too strong right now, and if I had to put my money on someone, I think mCon will take this, and I think we'll see a map 3 here.
Yep, without a doubt. We're going to see a kind of standard buy all around. I like this force buy from Glitchtech. They want to keep mCon off of match points, but honestly, you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be a matter of can these AWPs find the openings. I think, I assume there's going to be a gun on the floor for him, as mCon, 2 rounds in the lead, they have the momentum, and I just can't see Glitchtech shattering it. They've been so convincing on their takes, it's really looking so positive for them. However, Glitchtech, they've done heroics in the past. Let's see them do it again, as they do set themselves up for a fairly passive hold. That being said, kind of hovering towards these sites, not pressing anywhere just yet. I suspect that's a boost as well, coming out towards Short as Pulsar goes up with this AWP. Potentially an early kill, and another boost will go down towards the ace sites of both. I believe that is Tasty looking towards toilets. Set piece goes out. mCon taking short control. The boost drops on down. We'll have to see just how well it works for them.
Oh,
And well, that
wow.
answers that. Pulsar is going to take down Zynex, and there's no trade, and this is the power of these AWPs.
The jumping plays are so good. The spots out and everything that just works out in Primis' favour. Pulsar able to find first blood in this round, as it will be quite the predicament to mCon as of right now. It's going to be a huge problem, but I feel like if there was someone to do it, it would be mCon. You know, they've managed to do it many times before, so not saying they can't do it again, but you can only hope for the Primis side that we might just see in overtime, and you know, it might just be the Cinderella story that we've been looking for. Nonetheless, though, Psych will be trying to hold these players towards A, and by the looks of things, he's done a great job in doing so. It'll be the double boost towards A, though, that might be problematic, as Tasty Fart will fire off an AWP shot. Touch, though, with the quick frag. It's Psych to drop one towards B as well, and Dengle finds one, and by the looks of things, Glitchtech have problems. It is Flair to find one with the MP9 and retrieve the AK as things go level back into a 2 versus 2, but with the utility being minimal and Touch will hear the play up. It'll be mCon to pick up 15. Primis, they drop one more round, and by the looks of things, this is going to map 3.
Yeah, it is really going to be a... It is going to be a really, really tough push for Glitchtech now. As a poor buy, another timeout comes through. Gives them to figure out what to do next. Again, if you're in the position of Glitchtech, it's not a matter of your setups that aren't working. It's just the confidence and the momentum that mCon have to just swing wide on corners, to go onto sites, no matter what the stack is, with the kind of confidence to know that they'll take it regardless. Glitchtech, they can turn this around. They can bring this to overtime, and they can take it. They just need to find a way to shatter that momentum. I know timeouts are probably a good way to at least try and stop it. We'll have to see if they're able to do it any much further.
Of course, and I feel like something that they need to be very, very courteous of the mCon side is, you know, if there was a team to be able to perform these actions, it would be, you know, the level of Primis. It might not be Primis exactly, but I feel like their individual skill is there, and I feel like their utility usage and teamwork is great. So Primis, I feel like they have an opportunity. But of course, they need to win every round from here on out. So
Yep.
they you know, it's an upside and a downside to it all as we head into what could be the last round of map number 2, as mCon sturdily hold their ground at 15. Primis with such a good start, 8-1, may I remind you. And they are now down 15 to 12. As Primis will be clawing for dear life, trying to get their head back into this game as we head into round number 28.
Again, it's going to be B aggression coming through from Glitchtech. They take short, and there's no response. Pug aggressing into connector. He'll find one. Aphex a bit slow on that trade there, but he is able to eventually find it as Pug will fall. Trying to get out of contact made, but mCon, they're being very passive. Flare will find Psych on the re-aggression, and this is just what Glitchtech need. They're being very, very careful with finding that man advantage, and they need to be careful at holding it. Pulsar is going to look to upgrade that MP9 to an M4, but there's players coming out from Monster. Might get shot from behind, and there it is. Dengle leading the charge. Can Flare hold these three players making their way forward? Dengle gets taken down. Two more to find. Flare just surviving right now is all he needs to do. Minute left on the clock. Where are mCon, or mCon, sorry, going to go?
I feel like this B bomb site could be useful. The double Molotov to flash these players, or to flush these players out of toxic barrels and maybe water respectively, but they've got to be cautious of Flare, and he might just be able to find another one as Zynex back's turned, and it'll all be touch to try and find three. He's able to find one, but with 35 seconds left, it is going to be problematic as he'll head on towards long, slowly trying to play for the round. As with 20 seconds left, though, time is going to be dawning on him. He'll try and make his way on forward. Aphex, though, with the AWP shot heard, the bomb plant will go down as Aphex will swing wide, and it will be Glitchtech Primis to make it 13. mCon, they're at 15. They've got chances. They just need to convert now.
Yeah, and that is Glitchtech pulling themselves forward. mCon as well. They're going to be investing into this time and time again. And unfortunately for them, if they lose this, they're actually going to have a really bad economy going into the last round. So Glitchtech, they're not out of the woods yet either. They are on an MP9 on Flare, a FAMAS on Aphex, but neither are mCon, whose economy will only really last them this round.
Of course. And now, with Primis looking in quite good shape, mCon, they need to try and cut this momentum quickly, because if this does go to overtime, I feel like Primis will be back in the driver's seat in this game and really ramp up their plays now, as mCon being so dominant in this second half to the game. I feel like they at least deserve to take this to map 3, but you know, Primis, they've been putting in their effort as Tasty Fart will claim first blood. It's touch that falls, and now with the man deficit, it'll be mCon struggling to try and pick up 16 as Glitchtech Primis. I feel like this has been delivered to them in a 3-course meal in which absolutely chomping bit by bit to get. mCon will try and look to go towards this A-bomb site. There'll be a lot of utility still. They've got a flashbang, 2 Molotovs and 3 smokes alongside a HE grenade, meaning this A-bomb site could absolutely be nuked by this utility, but it's Dengle with a quick swing towards it. It's the 1-for-1 trade, but Zynex is able to pick things up, and things go level once more. He'll be charging on forward. Flare, though, to find the first. Psych with a quick trade as things go back level 2 on 2. The bomb will get planted, and Glitchtech Primis, they need to do everything in this round as Pulsar will find one Pug with the frag. It's all on Aphex. 1 versus 1. The spam coming out, but the bullet pen will not work out for him, as now he'll run into problems. He hasn't got a kit, meaning he'll have to find the frag, and with these smokes dissipating, he's going to have more and more to clean out now.
And more importantly, Pug has a molly. That's going to be enough to kill Aphex, especially with only 30 HP. He's going to make some noisy pushes on forward, and if Aphex can win this, it's going to be phenomenal for the confidence. He'll pick up a kit, so that goes in his favour, but he'll tap it, the molly will come on in, he'll have no real response. As there you go, tap it, molly comes in, he'll win the duel, but as that molly continues ticking on down, that bomb goes off, he'll fall to the molly! And with that, mCon Academy, you're going to make it 16 to 13 on map 2. Join us in just a moment where we go to map 3 of Train.
Fill me out with your your smile. Like the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame. I will let you in this game. Take me out when I'm down. 'Cause with you I'm safe and sound. 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 Safe and sound.
We lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let them keep coming back, 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 of things we know. We are dreaming in the dark. We are not.
Hello and welcome back to mCon Academy. Fuck, we got it wrong again. Versus Glitchtech Primis. mCon Academy going to be standing on that CT side of train. A very standard pissed round. Dangle with that kit as the push comes back around. Aphex finally won. Demcolo fighting his seconds as the push comes back towards this deep push actually towards B as Aphex finds yet another. Dem fighting one more. It's all on touch. Can he win? We'll have to see. As the swing comes wide, Aphex is going to tear his head clean off, and Glitchtech Primis. What an opening of Train fighting this first round. Team mCon, we'll have to see what they do next.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite the start for Primis. The precedent has been set. You can only hope now that they'll be able to pick up a couple more rounds at least and try and deliver. Heading into round number 2 though, mCon are just going to be on an eco, nothing too special for them. And they'll be looking to try and pick up a couple of kills, but with USPs it's going to be quite problematic as Glitchtech Primis will try and make their way out of A. They've got some Ivy presence as well, which could be a problem for the mCon Academy side. As USP's shots all spam on out as they'll fall back and realise quite quickly that they are stacking towards A, but they will choose to go towards it. Executes are through, the smokes are out, the flashbangs all comes through, and it'll be Glitchtech Primis attempting to take this A bomb site.
And as Zydex trying to hide on top of Blue Train there, he'll instantly be taken down. Dangle there to trade though, as Aphex gets one more stand as he takes down Psych. Dangle fighting a second actually as he finds Flare. Turning back around, these three USPs doing a good job of fighting all together, but as they get overwhelmed, Tasty will lead the charge, finding two of his own. As Aphex finds Touch, Glitchtech Primis are going to make it their second, as they look to kind of kickstart this T-side with conviction. Bear in mind, they recently lost the overpass match, I believe it was 16-13 or 16-14, so about as close as it could possibly get. But mCon just scraped ahead to take it.
Heading to round number 3, Primis, you know, they did receive a lot of damage being dealt from the mCon side, and that will allow mCon to buy up as Pug will drop one, and for some reason, Primis, they just line up one by one. They drop Pop at individual times, and Pug will just line up 2 with no problems at all. Pulse up with a quick spam will try to find the frag, but he'll be looming towards the top of A, and that'll be a huge problem now as Aphex will find his way out. Drops the first, but still the man deficit for Glitchtech Primis as They'll be trying to find their way out onto A, but 2 Molotovs and a flashbang is all they've got to their name. As I think by now it'll be quick, easily shut down. As Zynex will line up 1, it'll be the quick tag down onto Flare VFX, and it's 2 on 4.
A lovely little shot from Bengal there. Zynex to follow. Pulse out to be taken down. And mCon Academy to make their first in very convincing fashion there. Lovely few kills going in their favour. As Glitchtech unfortunately failing that little drop where you stand on each other's heads. Instead they went one at a time. And Pug, that 2K just kick-started the rounds. It kind of collapsed from there.
Now I feel like that was really the problem for Primis in that round. They didn't stack up, and so Pug really didn't have to move his crosshair all too much. He just let the first run into it, and then, I mean, the second one was just a bonus for him, as it'll be mCon to respond with 1. I still need to find themselves a couple more, though, especially on the CT side of Train. Arguably, this map is more heavily CT sided, so I'd say a good start for them would be 9-6, as then they'll see them pushing towards B, the grenade and the Molotov to ring on out, but actually Primis don't go through it. They'll opt to push forward instead, and it might just be that the mCon side gets charged down. Dengle with a quick adjustment, though. He's going to find Demkolai stood out in the open, but Apex lining up 1, lining up a second. Tasty Fart finding 1 as well. Pug, he'll get spammed out, but it'll be Pug with the trade. Zynex swings out and finds 1, and it's a back and forth round in which we find ourselves in a 2 versus 2.
The scary highlight for this, though. What a shot from Zynex there. The scary highlight was that these 2 players are very low. Pulsar takes 2 bullets in the right places. It doesn't even have to be headshots to win this. He's going to start shifting on forward. The trigger discipline is perfect as he'll find the first. Smoke goes down. The tap comes through. Spamming into that smoke, trying to find the last. Pug is sticking it. Pug is holding it. Pug's going to win it. As mCon, they'll make it their second. As Glitchtech Primis, they were so close to taking that. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite scrape through. Instead, we're going to see a fairly poor buy come out now. Just going to be Deagles and the odd pistol round the board. Whereas mCon look to build some economy just that bit further.
Right, and of course, mCon, you know, they'll be looking to try and find themselves a couple more rounds. Now they've got that advantage in that lead. They'll be looking to find it touch lightning fast. He won't find the frag, but that's 90 health done in the first few moments of the round. Tasty Fart will try and get a slice towards Ivy, but it's Pug to find 1 towards main, and all of a sudden Primis, they're crumbling, admittedly, on the pistols, but it's not looking too grand for them. Flare VFX finding the headshot in the end, but by the look of things, mCon will overwhelm the AK reigning supreme. Zynex chiming in with 1, and it's all on Tasty Fart. 1 versus 4, and to be quite honest with you, I don't think there's a way in hell this man wins the round.
Especially with just a Tech 9, no armor, no utility against a fairly Wellica, and that nade just says it all, doesn't it? He's taking damage before he even spots anything, making his way into Pop Dog. Maybe, if he's lucky, he'll be able to catch out 1, but Pug has had enough. He'll hit 4, as mCon hit 3. And for Glitchtech, they're going to go onto a buy to try and stop this game, or this series, from spiraling out of their control.
Right, of course, and I'll thank everyone in chat briefly for tuning in for map number 3. I see a couple of you in chat, a couple of old players, a couple of new ones as well. We appreciate it all. Make sure to follow us. I see Pap, Vex, you know, big names. So thank you everyone for tuning in so far. I mean, it's been quite an interesting best of 3. We saw Primis, you know, take map 1 on Nuke in quite a dominating style, and you know, map 2 we saw Primis with a great start, and it crumbled. They fell on their CT side, and it's caused problems as it's been all on map 3 now. As it'll be quite a silent start for Primis. Not really too much control gained, as we'll be looking to eye up this A bomb site. The Pop Dog noises are being made. No one's exactly dropped, but at least they'll know presence is there now. As it'll be mCon slowly moving their way around, try to find the opening frag, and it might just be on touch here towards main. The AWP in his hands, as it won't, as Pulsar will fall back, but 50 seconds, and Glitchtech don't really have all too much of map control right now. They have Pop Dog finally, they have no presence in Ivy, and their B is not looking too great, as they'll have to reallocate themselves towards this A bomb site, and with 40 seconds left, it's going to be problem psych. is the main one as he just drops the bomb. Pug with lovely taps. Oh my word, this man is on fire as he takes 2 with crisp headshots. He'll be looking for number 3 as mCon walks right into his crosshair. Maybe even a 4th. Touch will take it, but mCon, they deliver and they make it 4-2.
And the scariest part about that was it was convincing for mCon. mCon, they've only got to invest, what, about, at a ballpark, about 5-6k total to go into this round. As Glitchtech are just going to be hovering around Deagles, nothing too extreme, as mCon, this is their chance to pull away from it. We'll see an early swing from Pulsar, trying to tag down Touch, but no kill found just yet. Instead, it's just damage. On the topic of damage, Pug's going to find Aphex. The man's had a perfect couple of games so far. Can he maintain that confidence and that momentum going into a third? From the looks of it, he can. He's already going, I think he's 12-4 right now. Just a couple of rounds. Looking 12-2 even. Pulsar finds Psych from behind, as Pug finds his 13th, on for the 14th as well, if Pulsar aggressors at the wrong moments. Remaining players from Glitchtech, though, Dem able to take down Zynex with the aggression early on. Pug finding one more, almost on for his 4k, but Dem will put a stop to that. It's Touch and Dengle now, 2 versus 2. Dem, Colai and Flare going to set themselves up for a standard push towards A. Flare needs to rotate back around to get that bomb. I'll have to see just what Dem Colai can do with the saved M4, this picked up M4.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a little bit of a tricky situation for them to be in, but I feel like as of right now, it's quite under control for the mCon side. Admittedly, the HP isn't in their favour, but they've got the armor advantage, they've got the utility advantage. It's just a matter of how Primis want to respond, as they'll shift on forward towards the old bomb here, as they'll make their way onto this A bomb site. Dengle is towards Connector. He'll be the first point of contact. He'll hear the shot go off. It'll ring on out as it'll whistle past Flare. He'll try to get the bomb plant. It's quickly denied as Touch will swing wide, but he's able to find the frag. And now the AWP's in his hands. It becomes very, very tricky for Dengle as he'll make his way towards Ivy. He'll be able to catch the Flare player out, though. That's the AWP dropped, and it's all on Demkolai. The bomb isn't in his favour, as well, as he'll rattle off the flashbang as Demkolai. He'll swing wide at the right time. The eco, it comes on out as Primis still claim their 3rd.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. As Glitchtech, they make it 3, and for Glitchtech, this is their chance to kind of pull ahead and get a few more rounds, potentially go a bit further into the leaders, or take the lead even, as mCon, they've brought down to 0. They're not going to be able to invest if they lose this, and that's kind of the size of momentum that Glitchtech are going to look for. Touch going for aggressive push into Pop Dog. He'll find one Aphex there to trade. Glitchtech, they just kind of hold this passive setup. Tasty wary for some Ivy aggression. The odd flash will keep any aggressors at bay. Zynex doesn't want to push just yet, wary of players being there. Instead, it looks like Glitchtech are going to favour this B site, moving their way forward. The lone player from mCon to defend against this will be Dengle. The mantle of responsibility landing firmly on his shoulders, as he'll have 4 Glitchtech players to find.
I mean, a 1-for-1 trade can be quite good, but Primis, I think, will benefit more and more from it, as they'll be looking to line up their smokes and molotovs on this B bomb site. Dengle will be tested once more. The molotov to deny the push, but they do not care. Tasty Fart runs right on through it, but they haven't cleared the angle, and that's the start of their problems as Pulsar falls, and Aphex doesn't even turn around to find the frag. He's the last man left against 4. He'll find the first, swings wide, but Psych is there for the frag. It's 5 for mCon, 3 for Primis, and it's looking quite good for the mCon side.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Glitchtech, they can only really justify an investment into this round, potentially next as well. They choose not to risk it. Instead, it will be Deagles round the house as they hold on to what they have going forward. And these Deagles, they've been pretty good before. We have seen them find some heads, as I say that. Aphex will find Zynex, but Psych is having a farming session. He'll find 3, looking for a few more. So it's all on Pulsar. He'll try to back away, holding onto the M4, but Dengle won't let him. That's a 6th secured for mCon, and potentially a chance for them to spiral out of control. Glitchtech, they're going to need to win this buy round just to keep this kind of round difference honest, to keep them money for mCon kind of reduced, and to keep them in the runnings for winning the half.
Yeah, they need to keep this tempo and stability up heading into the later parts of this first half. And on the looks of things, they are trying to do so, but Primis will test their A-hole as we're getting on out towards A. Tasty Fox to find the first. He's looming around as Zynex will be quick for the trade. He'll find 2, make it 3. In fact, this man is great on this A-bomb site. Shuts down everyone. And that is just... I mean, mCon have absolutely wiped the floor.
Yeah, and I say mCon, it looks like it's going to be Pug, the man who's been wiping the floor. 17-3 in just 10 rounds. He is having a phenomenal game right now. Polestar looking to aggress again with a deagle, but Touch will take him down instantaneously. And for Glitchtech, it's going from bad to worse. They're going to set up again for another push towards B. This like Dengle, he was aggressive before. Now he's all the way back towards Connector. He's holding as far back as possible. That means that Glitchtech, they don't have the utility to push either. It's just smoke and a few flashes. A nade from Touch as well might be perfect. Not quite landing though. As the push comes out, the swing comes forward. Molly will prevent too much of a swing. Demko like finding Dengle as they're forced to aggress. The player's trying to cover this, is trying to find that AK. As Util rings out on either side, it's a lovely shot from Psych, finding one, almost finding a second as Tasty is put down to just 5 HP. The Psych will keep moving forward. Aphex will find him. Aphex looking for more though, as he'll find Pug as well. Zynex will find him. It's all on Tasty. 5 HP to his name. Touch swinging wide. Touch also going down to 7 HP. This is so close on either side. Touch with a deagle in hand himself. Let's have that bomb. The swing comes out. What a shot as he'll just win that. Scraping through and securing an 8th round for mCon. No, mCon. mCon. God. mCon. We'll get. I do apologise so much for the mCon owners. We've just heard their org that they've put, you know, months, maybe years work into just get butchered throughout this series. Well,
It's fine, we'll get a better caster for next time.
yeah, well, they'll get you instead.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. But still, I mean, it was a good round for you know, mCon to find. I think it was a little too close for comfort, though. That was an eco round, may I remind you. That was, it was unreal how close that was. I mean, to be fair, though, they do make it work in the long run, and rightly so. It's been quite the game so far, especially with mCon leading by such a distance. I feel like for this game though, this best of 3, it's gone the distance in terms of that as well. mCon, I mean, they're delivering right now, but Primis, they might just be able to return the favour in the later parts of this half. But I think this is about time I shoot this question. I'm not sure if Kremer asked in map number 1, but chat, let me know your predictions. Let's see them. What do you think this map's going to go? It's obviously 1-1. Who do you think is going to take this one? mCon or Primis? Let's get the hashtags in the chat. Hashtag mCon or hashtag Glitchtech in the chat. We'll cast your votes and see exactly who you think is going to win. So you can drop the score predictions in as well on the end of that. But I'll get those counted up and we'll see what happens at the end of it as we kick things off. Round number 12. That will be mCon leading 8-3. Glitchtech are going to try and respond with a round of their own, but Flair has immediately been tagged down. It's a lovely first shot, but the Molotov to finish the job as Touch will find the opener, but Apex has found it all the way out onto B. He's able to take down one. The drop down as well will prevent the AWP of Touch dropping down and through with the frag, as it'll be Primis that find themselves in a man advantage finally, and the retake from mCon is on. They'll need to find the frags, and with great succession here as Apex sitting close to the smoke might be problematic for a player heading out to Connector as Touch in fact just shoots Zynex through the smoke. I don't know what just happened there, as Flair will BM it with the nice shot, but by the looks of things mCon will be quick to be removed from this round. Apex flashed and it'll all fall on Psych in a 1 versus 3. The tap down from Demkalai comes in, and It'll be Glitchtech Primis that find themselves their 4th. And it's a 75% vote in chat right now for mCon winning this one. So do let us know your predictions once more. We'll add those on as we kick things back off with round number 13. A successful round for Glitchtech Primis, but they've got to be cautious with their next steps. As Tasty will drop the flashbang, won't do all too much. Dengle taking the aggressive stance as he'll dink Apex down to just 10 points of health. But he will be able to escape. And now, the man with deficit will run into a few problems. But the HP arguably basically even in this scenario as Primis will make their way over to this B-bomb site. Utility being dropped as the smokes and the flashes are to follow the Molotovs. Will try and rat these few players out on this bomb site, but nobody will be home for the mCon side. Dengle was the only man to be on it, and to be quite honest with you, they haven't done a great job in that either. Demkalite has just shot his teammate Aphex down to 1 point of health, but Tasty Fart will respond with 1. Zynex with 1, 2, and 3. This man is on fire as it's just Flare in a 1-on-3. The spam comes out. He'll able to claim the first and pull off as well. He'll be able to get rid of the bomb diffuser, but Pug tapping away through the wood. It's going to be problems as he drops down. Zynex is removed from the round as well. And all of a sudden, Flare, he's in a 1 versus 1. This was a 1 versus 3, but Pug, he'll just be able to find it, but he has no kit. It's Flare VFX to find the 1 versus 3, and Glitchtech Primis, they find 5.
That was a great round from Flare there to secure that 5th for Glitchtech. Very well played from them. Especially, so I love that Glitchtech do. It's just something you see very few teams do, especially at this level, is they never take when you take B on train, the first thing you need to do is push forward to connector, take back line control. Whereas, if you just get the site and then head back up to ramp and upper, it just takes 2 smokes and you're trapped at your own site. So I love how aggressive they are once they get that site, and it works wonders for them, especially time and time again. We see them getting so many kills on retakes just because they have that back line control. It means mCon, they constantly have to fight for every bit of ground they take. On another note though, Tasty's going to find Psych as he aggresses towards Ivy, as Dem's going to find Touch as well, coming out of main, and unfortunately, damn, what a shot onto Pug there. That's pretty much the entirety of the eco from mCon shut down. It's all on Dengle. It'll end fairly soon. Unfortunately, they won't be able to have that AWP going into next. Not that it matters, though. Glitchtech, they're still in this, and they're looking to make it close.
Yeah, mCon will call a timeout now. Rightly so as well, as it will be their timeout to be called. And I believe that this is quite a smart move from them. Of course, the second one this game as of right now, and I feel like if I was mCon right now, I'd definitely be looking into getting this last round on the board. I feel like a 9-6 half is what is definitely something you can work with. Their T half might be very much stronger than their CT, in which case Primis will be in a world full of hurt. But I feel like Primis at the same time, last season, of course, before they joined Glitchtech, we saw, you know, quite a great performance from them. Made it all the way to the finals, if I'm correct, in which they were knocked out by Glitchtech's main team. So, you know, they've got some flair in them. We know that these guys are returning favourites. One of arguably 3.
Who would you say the other 2 are?
I would say, now in the groups where we saw Glitchtech lose to Instinct, I feel like Instinct are up there. And of course, you know, Glitchtech returning champions, looking for their 2nd season in a row. I feel like it's hot contentions in which I would put Primis, arguably, I'll put them top 4. mCon, I mean, statistically on paper, I wouldn't put them in top 4. I'd say definitely top 8, as they've obviously proven to me today in which they've been in the quarterfinals. But I feel like, you know, now I've seen them get a map of Primis, I feel like they have what it takes as well as, I mean, map 3, it'll definitely be the proving ground for both sides.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Glitchtech, there's a chance to kind of maintain some momentum. Sight going to open up, finding one. Apex swinging wide, though. He's traded instantly by Dengle. Dengle finding one more, as Tasty's able to trade with that Tech 9, but it's still a man disadvantage for Glitchtech. Going forward as Psych, he'll make his way forward from back line. Dem's able to find one, but Psych will put an end to that. Tasty now, he's alone with very little HP with 2 players to find. Zynex from above will take him down. The half will end, and Glitchtech just 1 round away. Oh, sorry. My apologies, mCon won that. They hadn't switched just yet. mCon with a advantage going on to that T side. Glitchtech are just 3 rounds away from coming back, and in the grand scheme of things, they do just need the pistol rounds, get the anti-eco, and then find the final round after that for it to be tied back up. So a lot of pressure is on this pistol round. Can mCon take it? Going to that T side, we're going to see a fairly util heavy buy coming from them. 2 smokes, 3 flashes, whereas Glitchtech, they opt for the odd nade, the odd kit, and other than that, it's armor. They're going to be going for these aim duels. We'll have to see if it can pay off, though.
Yeah, and I mean, round 16, the second pistol of the game is going to be the most important one, as Aphex will drop Psych in the early stages. Flare. Oh my god, Flare! He's an absolute monster. He takes down 2 through the smoke, looking to make it 3 as he keeps on tapping the bomb from Pug. Is going to get planted, but Flare, he has 20/20 vision through these smokes. He's able to deny 3, and it's all on Zynex. 1 versus 4. It's not looking all too likely. He's going to pick up the first frag. That's Tasty Fart that falls, but he's still got to replicate that 3 more times, as he's only got a minute left on the clock as well. It's a lot of time to work with, but with this looming, I feel like mCon, they will secure, or rather Glitchtech will secure themselves 7.
Yeah, and if a Glitchtech, it's almost like they threw up a flare and saw everything through that smoke, because the man himself, a lovely 3k, having not seen any of his opponents. Zynex alone with, wow, that bomb and very little HP remaining. Flare just trying to tap at his feet. It'll swing wide. Nice little bullet to the skull. And a 7th round secured for Glitchtech. These teams are pretty much neck and neck right now. It does come down these like subtle adjustments from either side if they want to take it. We saw on Nuke, it was probably the most one-sided, whereas Glitchtech, I think they took it 16-10. We had a 16-13, and now it looks like the spellings of either an overtime or an even closer game than that.
That's 9-7, the scoreline. That will be quite the problem for mCon now, especially with Primis picking that round up with such dominant fashion single-handedly from Flare. I feel like mCon now, they need to respond quickly. Things might just go level, in which Primis, you know, we've seen them time and time again respond with arguably some great plays themselves, as Dengle somehow will find his way out Pulsar with a quick trade, as Dengle finds himself 2 with the Glock, and in fact, it goes level once more. Zynex has picked up an M4A4 as well, as the double nade will come in, but the bomb is planted. Zynex is behind the E-box. The 1 versus 2 will be needed. The flashbang in his hand as well. He might just be able to catch out 1. The flashbang goes over the top, swings wide, but nothing will connect. Aphex will drop him, and it'll be Glitchtech Primis to pick up 8.
Yeah, and that was closer than it should have been for Glitchtech Primis. That should have been a very clean mop-up. We're going to see a little pause come through. Looks like it's going to be a technical pause to follow, as we'll see it just is technical, so we'll have to give him a moment to quickly sort their stuff out. mCon, what an eco from them. They went in with just pistols. They got Deagle here or there, and they're able to take down 3, able to get a plant. It means their buy goes, this one's going to be really, really comfortable. The technical pause is because Aphex's dad has hit him. We shouldn't laugh at that, but I suspect there's probably some more. It's probably another reason as to why the pause has come on through, so please bear with us, folks.
I mean, Primis showing quite the dominant start on their CT side, but referring back to what I said earlier, mCon, you know, only being in my top 8, arguably, you know, I expected him to finish 4th to 8th. At least that would be my prediction. I feel like they're really showing up. You know, this buy round might determine exactly what's going to happen for mCon, if Primis will make their way through, or will mCon prevail. I feel like, though, if we could, if there was 8 teams and we could let through 5, I feel like these 2 teams would definitely be the fifth team that I'd put through. Of course, sadly, it doesn't work that way in tournaments. Excuse me. But you know, both sides showing exactly what they're made of, as things will get underway once more. Primis no longer have a technical timeout, and mCon will be looking to try and extend their lead once more.
Yeah, again, it's going to be a fairly convincing buy round, because the winner of this is going to be on par, or will hit double digits, and so For Primis, they're going to want it considering the state of their buy. mCon, they're going to want it considering the state of their buy. Flair, he'll take down Zynex early on, and this aggression is just what they need. And Flair, he'll be able to trade as Psych finds Aphex. More importantly, he's able to get away. 4 versus 3 now for mCon as they make their way forward towards main. Glitchtech, having established B upper control, aren't showing any more presence, meaning they are left guessing. Pulsar pushing on forward. He'll spot Pug. It's so messy on either side, but Pug just scrapes through on that little aim duel. Dengle's going to find Tasty, and now this push from Glitchtech has melted Demko. Like he's able to find Dengle. 2 players left, one of which very low. Flair as well. It's going to be very, very low in connector, and Molly could spell the end of him, so he won't be able to escape in time. As through the smoke touch is going to find Flair. It's all on Demko. 1 versus 2. Both these players are very, very low. Issue is, though, both can shoot back. A flash goes off. The flash is actually going to hit Demko in the smoke, which could spell the end for him. With his location, no. He'll spot the first, turning back around, realizing there's a second to be found. Pug making the sprint towards B. Able to get down in time. He's got a molly and a nade, so that's going to prevent a push from Demko. He'll punch in those numbers. That bomb's going down. Glitchtech are going to have a lot of woes going forward into this retake. Just shifting on forward. Pug, he's taking his time. He's going to thoroughly make sure that no one's come up from Pop Dog for turning his attention back around to Demko. It only takes 1 bullet for him, but Pug, 1 to the skull will be enough as well.
Oh!
On the topic of 1 to the skull, there you have it. Pug tears Demko's head clean off. The man is unstoppable right now. Going 21 to 9, and for mCon, I almost said mCon there, we cut ourselves off, we're getting better. As mCon, with a 2-round lead now, are going to go a bit higher, and, you know, this is their first chance to have a bye against a reset Glitchtech economy. They've only got an M4, they've got the odds, they'll deagle here on that. That's a great nade by Pug as well. And for mCon, if they can take this convincingly, they can look to really start pulling away. But as I say that, Tasty will find one, Aphex will find another. Pug there to trade. As Ivy control comes on out. It's looking fairly convincing for Glitchtech, as there's no real map control gained. Flair towards the side of main, he'll be able to take down Dengle. The trade comes through from Pug, but it's still at a man disadvantage.
Right, and now, all left on Pug as a quick frag will fall in Aphex's favour as Demko will put Pug to the grave once more, as Glitchtech Primis seem to be trying to level things back up as they are still 1 round down, but things could work out here, and this could be spelling problems for them as they will have to eco this round as mCon, excuse me, sorry.
Bless you.
mCon, thank you, are on an eco once more. The Deagles and a Tech 9 being invested, as well as 2 Glocks, will spell some trouble, towards this player on Ivy, but I don't think it will go any further than that, as Dengle will lead the charge. The Glock spam coming out, Tasty Fart to drop 1, to drop 2. Might even be able to find a third, but Touch will be able to claim it. And now mCon, with a 1-man disadvantage, will just be able to hold on, but I don't think much more will be done. The flashbang coming in, Pulsar getting quite close to this smoke as well with the auto shotgun. Could spell problems for the mCon side as it begins to fade, and there you go, Pulsar with 1, swings wide, and it'll be a quick headshot from Pug, but still a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and with just 2 Deagles, no armor, the only real thing they're going to be after right now is the odd pick here or there. I can't see them winning this, especially with Glitchtech, with the knowledge they have of their location. The push will come on forward, but if they get CT, Aphex will be ready. If they go towards Old Bomb, then Demko will be ready. As Aphex finds 1, it's all on Pug. Demko is going to shut him down, and Glitchtech, they'll tie us up 10 to 10. As we hit round 21, it'll be a full buy on either side. Flair holding on to that MP9, looking to play bonus. That is going to be the only real player with a non-upgraded gun in this 21st round.
Of course, and with things tied up once more, mCon are going to have a little bit of trouble on their hands. You know, the momentum going in Primis.
Oh, that util.
Yeah, I was about to say, Pug has been absolutely annihilated due to those grenades, and he'll finally be finished off as Tasty Fart will find the frag. And now, mCon, they're sitting around, and I feel like right now what they need to change up is their aggression. I feel like they need to get a lot more close and personal to the Primis side, and Hopefully we'll see that now as Psych is getting very close to Flare, but we'll be for Top Dog as it'll be Dengle to swing wide and find a frag. As things go level once more, Aphex will swing wide as well and find Psych, and it's all in Glitchtech's hands right now as they'll extend their lead to a 2-man, and Zynex will be able to tap out one, but it's a 1 versus 4, and Tasty Fart will be quick to shut things down.
Glitchtech finally taking the lead, and while we can, I want to quickly highlight the util damage, especially on the mCon side. Look at that util damage. And that is just from, that isn't from lobbing a nade towards a main or like tossing a nade towards center site every round. It's from like set executions that go out. It's from reaction utility as well, which is the hardest utility to master. So really, really well played. Not just on the quality of the executions and the kills they're finding, that being Pug going 25 to 12 at this point, but the fact that they're able to constantly hit util, it means that the enemy's already half HP by the time they take these fights. It just works so well in their favour. And on the topic of working well in their favour, let's turn our attention back to Glitchtech. They were looking fairly weak at the start of this game, but they're starting to come back into it very convincingly, that being with Aphex. We highlighted Pug going 25 to 12. We've got Aphex going 24 to 15, also having a phenomenal game, doing extremely well for his team. And Aphex, he's also the in-game leader, I believe, so not only is he good in the sense that he's leading the team from the front, but it means that a lot of his kills, and we've seen a lot of his kills, they come from setups where he's in the unfavourable position, where he's going to be the one who gets killed first, and he's supporting his team every time. The fact he's just winning these Angels makes it even better for Glitchtech, lining them up to get more rounds and potentially run away with this, especially with mCon on just Deagles going into round 22.
I mean, yeah, you couldn't have said it better, to be quite honest with you. You know, this Deagle Boy coming out from mCon might spell trouble, but then again, Primis, you know, might have an absolute mare as mCon will find their way out onto this A-bomb site. Tasty Fart to find the first, swing wide as he'll find 2, find the third. The headshots are coming all out. Heads are rolling as we Pug. Oh my word, the collateral with the Desert Eagle lines up 2, and that's what I was talking about. Desert Eagles, they pack a punch. It's all on Demkalai, and Dengle, he'll let him walk right into his crosshair. mCon, they tie things up 11 to 11 as Pug. Oh my word, was that a shot?
I don't think even Pug thought he'd hit that for a second. He turned his attention continuing to go towards connector there. But they've tied it up 11 to 11. Glitchtech really didn't expect to win that round, or to win that map. As we'll have to see what they can do from here with just pistols to their name. They're going again for aggressive B pushes, but Cynex is wary for it this time. He'll find 1, he'll find 2, and mCon, they're looking to pull on ahead, especially as Glitchtech, they've brought down to 0.
Yeah, and that's going to be quite the problem for their economy, is mCon will find their way onto this B bomb site. The flashbangs will come out. Zynex will spot the player, but he's only good for a 1-for-1. Pulsar will be able to drop 1, but mCon, they have quite a few players to their name, and to be quite honest with you, this should be an easy round for them to make it 12, and doing quite well as of right now. They just need to keep their momentum up, and I mean, it's Glitchtech Primis that'll have to respond with their own.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it looks like Nemkolai and Daisy are just going to be saving these guns. Daisy kind of hovering around Pop Dog, he might look to catch the odd AK off guard, but for mCon, this is a perfect B execution. They're going to be able to get this 12th round, and more importantly, they're going to build some economy behind this, because they've been able to hold on to so many guns. Bomb goes off, players survive. And let's check, the ball's in their court. Do they eco, or do they mount the aggression? They continue trying to put on that pressure, and do they force into this? I doubt they will, but if they do, it could spell problems for them. And actually, it will just be the odd bit of utility here or there. My heart can slow down a little bit. mCon, they're going to line themselves up for a 13th. The question is, what will Glitchtech do come their buy round? Because if they buy up with mCon on 13, they lose it as 14. The eco makes it 15, and so they really won't have any other chance. They're running out of options right now. mCon maintaining this default, not coming anywhere just yet. Puck will find Aphex to open things out. A lovely little shot just tapping through that smoke. As Glitchtech, even though they have a main control, the fact it's known makes it very, very difficult.
Yeah, and I'll give one last poll to the chat. One last discussion. Who do you think's going to win this game? Please type in chat hashtag Primis or hashtag mCon, all lowercase, and we'll get those tallied up and hopefully give you guys a little bit of a statistic there. As we'll see them start flooding in. Demon saying Astralis, nice.
I reckon Astralis would win this. He makes a point. He makes a fair point.
Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so, but I mean, mCon leading right now. Primis only have one vote compared to 3 for mCon. As Dengle going back to the server, line up 2, and it's all left on Demkolai and Tasty. Far at least Tasty will find 1 in return, but it might just be too little or too late. As Pug,
It's 30
down, and yeah, it's quite the problem now. Demkolai, the last man against 4.
We actually asked Tasty Fart in an interview earlier, why would you name yourself Tasty Fart? The answer was why not. So we actually have a reason, Alex. We actually have a an answer to you. I don't know why, but hey, let the man do his thing. On the topic of men doing their thing, Demko, he's going to be saving that M4, taking it into the buy round, understandably so, as he sits himself up towards B upper. Pressing himself up against that box, allowing mCon to just build their economy a bit further. Granted, mCon at this point, they could lose every round from here on out. They would still have enough economy to reinvest every single time.
Yeah, I mean, look, right now mCon are in quite the, quite the advantage. 2 rounds to their name and a lot of economy to back them as well. I feel like is going to be spelling problems for the Primis side. I think they need to respond quite quickly though with some of the rounds hit. I mean, this is quite the predicament for Primis right now, but you can only hope that they'll take it further after great display in map 1 and the start of map 2. You'd hope that maybe we'd see an overtime in map 3.
Yeah, without a doubt. Glitchtech, though, it's pretty much do or die for them at this point. They don't have much utility. The M4's and armor going to be ringing on out, trying to catch out the odd player. They spot that aggression from Zynex towards B upper, but he's just going to back on away. He's going to let Glitchtech burn that limited utility, as they can just throw fake after fake. That's the only molly that Glitchtech have as well on the defense, as they'll sit on back. The execution comes out towards A. The set piece goes out. The flashes to follow. The players go to the A sites as Touch finds Demkolai. That's a lot of nade damage done either way as Pulsar finds one. Tasty finds another. Zynex going to take down his teammate as well as Tasty, so 2 for 1, I guess. As Flair makes his way on forward, taking down Pug. It's all on Zynex. 1 versus 3. Pulsar coming up from behind is going to spot him, as that mCon player will be taken down. The Dutch only leading by 1 round now against this English side, and we are really entering the kind of dying breaths of this game. We're going to end on a bang or a fizzle, we'll have to see, as mCon reinvest fully. Glitchtech buying as best as they can. They are going to be able to scrape full utility, supporting their buy, as we'll see what mCon have in store for us.
Yeah, Glitchtech, after winning that round, has put them in a better position, but economically, Pulsar the only man with some real money behind him. But mCon, with enough to reinvest in this round, could really show some interest for them. They need to win this round. Both sides do. As Glitchtech will try to build up their economy as the smokes and the flashes will go in over Ray, as there'll be Primis that have to defend against a bombardment of utility on this A bomb site. As it'll be sight to find one onto B. Dengle pushing through close, but Demkolai is able to find the frag. The 1 for 1 as Pulsar gets out of connector, uses that Molotov to his advantage, and now might just be able to find the frag as he lines up 1. It's Zynex to fall, and the bomb does get planted. It's a 1 or 2 versus 3, but it's all been turned on. It's Tasty Fart, the last man against 2, and he's able to do it. Things go level 13 to 13, and mCon are going to be in trouble.
Yep, they're going to have 1 more buy left in them before they're going to have some woes ahead of them. And unfortunately, they buy here. They're going to buy down to about 2k. Glitchtech hit 14. If they lose this, they're going to have such a poor buy. As Glitchtech hit 15, it'll mean that it's... or 14, then 2 hit 15. It'll mean that they have no room for error. They have no margin if they lose this. Same can be said for Glitchtech, though. Both teams with no economy behind them whatsoever. However, Glitchtech, they are going to be setting themselves up for a standard double AWP setup. We'll see where the aggression comes from. Dangle, he's wary of that push to come through from Flare. However, an MP9 at that range doesn't really work, so I doubt he'll be pushing. He'll just be playing for info. He'll be sitting back. And the Sopica sipping back. Pulsar and Tasty, this double AWP comes in perfect. Psych and Touch are going to fall. 3 players left for mCon. What can they get done? The MP9 swings wide. I said it was ineffective, so it was messy. But he still gets that kill onto Zynex. The flash assist goes to Aphex. And mCon, they've just been dismantled. It's 2 players remaining against the full force of Primis.
Yeah, they're gonna have some interesting words. Hopefully they'll call a timeout and reset. I feel like if they are to try and go for this round, a bomb plant would be necessary for them heading into round 28, especially considering the fact that they have no money as well behind them. Bomb plant will be desperately needed, in fact, as no one having money on the mCon side, as Apex will drop the Molotov and try to prevent these pushes, and with 30 seconds left, mCon, their hands are tied. They have to go towards a bomb site, and quickly they choose the A bomb site to be the final destination, as maybe, just maybe, we'll see them try and get a couple of frags, but I mean, I don't see them winning this round. I see Primis taking this to 14. Do they win the game? I don't know right now, as the time will expire, as mCon will decide to save. I think that's a smarter play to make, but by the looks of things, it is going to be problematic. mCon a round down now, heading into round 28.
Yeah, and more importantly as well, for mCon, they save that AWP and they save that rifle, which means they can get these opening picks. They can try and dismantle Glitchtech in the way that was just done to them. They are by all means not out of this, but they can't make any mistakes. Glitchtech leading 14-13. If they eco this, then they're giving Glitchtech a 15th. If they force, then they lose, then they're literally giving Glitchtech a 15th. It's just looking so difficult. And mCon, judging by their buy, they're going to be semi-buy, just getting the odd deal here or there, assuming that the AK and AWP can do all the work, and then assuming it goes at 15-13 and or 14-14, they'll still have the cash to buy.
Yeah, I mean, Demons just questioned the pause rate, the 6 pauses at a minute each. I feel like that is quite extensive, but
it's also a good question to ask. Demon asking the right questions. I respect that.
yeah.
I think the max pauses I've ever seen was 12 30-second pauses, which I assume is a preset, which is why there's 6 1-minute ones here.
Who knows? Maybe it's in the rule book. Maybe that's been something that's been there for a while that we just don't know about. I mean, who knows? 1 minute is too much. Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to talk to Banda, get it changed in the season rules next season. But this season, I guess that rule shall stay, as mCon, as you mentioned, will be on the eco buy with the exemption of the 2 players that saved last round. As Molotov dropped towards Ivy. No real response for the mCon side, playing very slow in this round, trying to play for the map control. Evening, I've never been watching this league. How does this skill compare skill-wise? It's quite low down.
It depends. It depends how skill. ESL, they have their weekly cups, which opens when you want. This is that same skill level. Anyone can enter. It varies in skill. If you're looking like ESL Pro League, well, it's the fact that professionals versus amateurs. As we say that, Execution comes out towards 8. Flare finds one. Dangle finds another in response. Stacy is all rings out, and it rings true. Stacy finds yet one more. Demcolo finds another, and Tasty will make it 3. A little shot to Dangle, and 15 secured for Glitchtech Primis. Actually, to expand on how does it compare to ESL, the way you see leagues is that there's always an entry to get into leagues for at least better tier teams. There's what we call open leagues, which are, again, open cups. Phoenix is open. ESEA open, for instance, where you'll have anything from really good teams who want to just go straight up, or smaller teams that just want to practice. This is just like that. And again, mCon, it could be a last hurrah as they push out towards the same site. Pulsar takes down Dengle to open things out, but the four-man roster do make it towards the site. Touch able to trade onto mCon as these AK bullets continue flying through this smoke. No kill found just yet. It is just tickle damage found either way. As we do hit a bit of a lull. Pulsar turning his attention towards Red Train, missing a shot onto Touch. As Tasty looks to aggress as well, these two orbs. See how effective they can be on the push. Psych finds Aphex. Touch finds one more. Touch lines up a second. It's all on Flare. 1 versus 4, making his way towards center site. He'll find one, but Pug, it's back 10 ringing true. This will take him down. And mCon, they're going to hit 14. Are we going to overtime, folks? This is the round that decides it.
Yeah, I mean, mCon desperately needed that round, and that's the pace that I wanted to see from them. It might be too little too late, but that quick aggression that we saw from them is, I feel like that's something that they need to repeat. If they go back and watch this VOD, mCon, I love you no matter the result, but I think the pace that they're taking in this game, and at least up until that point there, was quite problematic. You know, they played the slow game, Glitchtech just wound the time down, and then they just picked them off one by one. It was no problems at all. As for the Glitchtech side, they are delivering it the way that they want to. Found themselves at 15, but mCon trying to fight back, as this might be the round to take it to overtime. I said an overtime might happen in map 3, and I think Austin, one of our moderators, called it as well, so you never know, it might just happen. mCon 14, Primis 15.
Yeah, Pulsar towards main. He's going to spot that player jumping across. He doesn't ring out a shot just yet. Did Touch spot him? We'll have to see. He may be waiting for a flash to go through. It does. He jumps up. He'll spot Pulsar doing damage, but no kill found. And mCon, they just need to be so careful right now. A kill in either way is going to be cataclysmic. And Pulsar, he aggresses, finding Touch, turning back around, looking for a second, missing the flick, but him still surviving is enough right now. They'll continue shifting on forward, aggressing towards main, turning back around. Dengle just jumping up, trying to ring out shots. Eventually he'll find Pulsar as it goes into a 4 versus 4. mCon Academy, they turn their attention to the B site. The site's delayed. There's 20 seconds left of the round. Can they do it? Cycling the charge, coming out wide, trying to swing forward. Flare going to be spotted. Flare taken down. Push comes through. Aphex there to trade. Aphex has had a great game so far. Can he find more? As more shots to T ringing on out. 10 seconds left. Zynex trying to hold. As a nade goes down, that'll be the end of Aphex. 2 versus 3. The swing comes out. Orpa Tasty, he is holding for a push. He'll jump on up. Zynex ringing out shots to spot the shadow, taking down mCon. It's all on Tasty. Are we going to overtime, folks?
I think this is the beginning of the end for Primis. 1 versus 3. Tasty fires off a shot, but the bomb is too far ticked. mCon, in times of desperation, they're able to pull things back, and they take things to overtime in map number 3. It is going the distance. Oh my word, mCon with a great comeback, and you can see on the scoreboard, look at the frags, it's going all over the shot. You can see there, Pug 31 to 15, Tasty Fart 30 to 20, both sides putting in their effort. Chat, let us know your predictions. Who do you think's going to take this one? It's gone to overtime in map number 3. This is exactly what you want to see. Let's see some hype, let's see some Pog ranks, let's see some lobbies in the chat. Let's see it all, chat. Let's get things going. A timeout will be called from the Primis side, as it will be an interesting one, probably, to talk about the problems that they had, and, you know, in that half, what happened, what was the main lead to them getting in this position where they're in overtime. And for mCon, this is going to be a time to relax, to reflect on the round wins that they just had, and what they did right, and they can continue bringing forward. This chat seems to be very split. I see mCon a count of about 4 or 5, and Glitchtech 1, 2, 3. So I mean, it's looking to be that chat is slightly in mCon's favor, but you never know what happens. Thank you to the 44 people watching in chat right now. That is ridiculous. Thank you to everyone there. However, we're going to get things underway once more. Thanks, chat, for letting us know your predictions. Do show some love to the players in the chat right now, and we'll kick things underway now. 15 to 15, mCon with quite the comeback to get it here. Will Primis be able to close things out, though? Or will mCon be able to come out and beat them here as we head into the first round of first overtime?
Yep, and again, it's a full buy round the board. There are no expenses skipped right now. It's going to be a little nice stack towards a main. Unfortunately, mCon, they're wary for it. They're being a bit slow. They're being a bit passive. They don't want to commit just yet. As, again, Glitchtech, this time, though, it's going to be aggression from Tasty. Make his way towards Ivy. He could catch out these players early on. This pug will take a bit of damage to kick things off, but again, it is all quiet as mCon, now that a lot more's on the line, they are being a lot more passive. They're taking their time. They don't do these kind of rushes onto A, which works when they do them, but they are very risky as they'll retake A main. Nothing found just yet. It's only a single AWP as well to point out on Glitchtech. We saw a double AWP setup is kind of preferred by them, but they don't even risk it now as lineup goes through. The set piece goes out, but it's a fake for mCon. A real target is this B site. Touch is going to find Flare as he finds one of his own. Pulsar there to trade. And now the real attack comes through. Push comes on out. As Pulsar finds one. Pug there to trade. Unfortunately, that bomb will be delayed on the plant. Dengle punchy in those numbers. That bomb gets slapped on down. There's 40 seconds left of the round. Who will be the victor? Glitchtech with a one-man advantage. The flank comes through from Tasty. He's got two players to find. Can he do it?
As far will pick up the first. Excuse me, I can't speak. And it's all left on Dengle in a 1 versus 3. He's going to drop down, miss the second shot, and quickly executed by the USPS. Demkalai will make Primis go to 16. But I mean, mCon, they still have an opportunity, still have a chance. With that bomb plant, their economy will be there. But Primis, I mean, they've set in stone their first round. They've just got to find 3 more now as mCon will try to claw back at this one.
Yep, and it is just looking better and better for Glitchtech, all things considered. They've really started to build up some momentum, as I'm feeling a lot more confident for them. As Pulsar finds Touch early on, looking for the follow-up. There's no trade yet from mCon, which is going to be to their detriment as Pulsar. He's just going to get even more aggressive, looking for early A main control. He'll turn his attention back towards Popdog in a moment.
Tasty will line up their shot towards Ivy. Just misses out, but holds the A key just in time as he will be able to escape the peak, the jaws of mCon towards Ivy, as it'll be the control trying to be gained. As mCon still the man disadvantage, but the utility arguably heavily in their favour. As you can see right now on the left and right hand side, there's only a couple of flashes of smoke and a molly on the Primis side, but quite the opposite for mCon. 2 players on full utility as Pug will start to throw his out. Tasty fart finds the first through the smoke. Pug is going to be there to follow up. The Zynex has found his way onto the B bomb site. It's a lovely execution as the first player falls. The Molotov will force Flare out as well, and Cycle find the frag. And all of a sudden, Glitchtech Primis have found themselves at level once more. Pulsars burned in the fire all the way down to 12 points of health, but Psych is alongside Pug as he's able to shut down one. Demkalite, the man to fall, and Glitchtech Primis, the man down now. And it'll be mCon looking to secure it and go level once more.
And this is a really unorthodox plant as well from mCon. They've got complete control of the B sites. And Glitchtech, they've not really got any choice to go elsewhere. We'll see. It's going to be a save of the double AWP setup as we'll enter the final round of the first half. And, well, mCon, they're going to tie up 16 to 16. And there's no clear winner going forward. There's no one who's clearly ahead. Ryan, have you got any better prediction than I do? I genuinely can't decipher who could potentially take this.
I think this is going back and forth way too much for my liking. You know, if I was on either of these teams, I'd be getting very, very anxious as, you know, the bomb will detonate and it'll be level once more. My prediction, though, if I had to put my money on anything, I think I'm rooting for mCon. I'm sorry to disappoint any Glitchtech fans, but I feel like mCon, you know, the reverse sweep is very prominent, and their CT side wasn't all bad. You know, we saw some promising stuff. So maybe we'll see it as Touch will find the first, and maybe I've just cursed Glitchtech as mCon actually find themselves in the man advantage here, as Primis will be forced to fall on back. Tasty Fart on 50 points of health as well means that mCon Academy actually in a great position to find this last round of the first half.
Well, you've said that you want mCon to win, or you think mCon going to win. I've got to stay with my boys at Glitchtech. I reckon Glitchtech can take this. They've been dominant on the first map. They had a great start to the second, and they're really waking up come overtime. Glitchtech, I know that there are fans out there for Glitchtech. It's not just mCon chat. I see you. I'm on your side. But unfortunately, though, as mCon, or unfortunately for Glitchtech fans, very fortunately for mCon, they've got a man advantage and an HP advantage. They're setting up for what could potentially be a bit of an A-take right now. Set piece goes out, players coming out of Pop Dog. The push comes through. Who can hold? Stengel leading the charge, finding mCon through the smoke, executing as Aphex times one. Zynex there to trade. 2 players left for Glitchtech. 1 player left for Glitchtech as Touch. He's really woken up now, finding a second onto Flare. And it's all on Tasty Farts, the lone member of Glitchtech. Open hands, he's got utility kits and hope as he'll enter this site with a spring in his step and a glint in his eye. That glint may just be his scope though, as he attempts to find these 4 players remaining for mCon, all of which spread out over this site.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking all too likely. The flashbang might just come out, but it'll be Touch to deny the shot. It'll go 16 to 17 in favour of mCon in map number 3. This is an unbelievable series. The chat has been amazing. Thank you to everyone that's that's helped out supporting your teams. I think now's the best time though. You got to show that support. Big up your team that you're supporting. As mCon, they are 1 round ahead, but there's no doubt about it that Glitchtech might just be able to pull this one back in the second half of first overtime. The AWP set up for both sides as mCon will be looking to try and secure this win. Primis holding on for dear hope, heading into the 4th round of first overtime.
And Touch, that's a beautiful little bit of aggression there, taking down Flare. And Glitchtech again find themselves in a 1-man disadvantage. As we'll have to see just if they can pull themselves back into this, as they're spread out around the map, looking to see if there's any more aggression to be found. But honestly, mCon, even though they have this early advantage, they don't need to go any more aggressive. They're just going to tuck some util, keep Glitchtech at bay, but they don't need anything more than that.
I mean, this has been a great best of 3 series so far. As you mentioned, mCon with the man advantage, since Touch with the AWP overrules Flare's AK-47 is now mCon looking to line up their 18th. This could be spelling the beginning of the end, but Glitchtech will try to respond as they'll head towards this B bomb site. The smokes and the flashes coming out right now as they'll find their way through upper the flashbang as well to try and blind at this upper push, as mCon will not stop holding the W key alongside Aphex as it'll be Touch that falls, and mCon finding one as well, and now it's spelling problems for the mCon side as mCon will find one more swing wide and he'll make it 3. It's a lovely 3-piece from him, and Pug, the only man left against 4. Problems are starting to spell on the mCon side now as things they go level once more.
And that is a lovely execution from Glitchtech towards that B site. They were looking like they were in trouble that round, but they were able to shut that push down. Glitchtech tying up 17 to 17. Now, for those who are familiar with overtime, if it goes 18-18, we hit overtime 2, where it's first to 25, is it? No, 21, sorry. Then it's first to 25. And so we will have to see how long this game goes on for. Both these teams are neck and neck. Literally not a single iota separates the skill level of these 2 teams. And right now, it is coming down to micro decisions. So who can take out the other one? We'll have to see just who chooses to go and where. Glitchtech opting to retake A main early on. Bit of util goes out either side, nothing too extreme just yet.
unfortunately, mCon with the 5 M4s not opting for the AWP in this round could be a little bit hindering as to their performance, as Tasty Fart will find the first. It's Psych that falls, and now the execute will come out. It's Glitchtech will line up this A-bomb site as their choice, as Pug will be the guardian angel to try and hold things down. He's sitting close as he swings wide. He's able to take the first, the second to follow, as well as he'll make things level once more. Tasty Fart, though, responding once more with the AWP, as Pug will find his way down and, in fact, take out his third. It's Dengle to find one through the smoke. Aphex to fall, and mCon Academy turn things around by the skin of their teeth. They make it 18, and Primis, they need to win this round to stay in the game. Overtime number 1 is coming to a close. Will it go 19-17, or will we see overtime number 2 come out and make it 18-18? You'll find out in the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds, as it'll be mCon opting for the defensive play once more. Primis are going to be looking for their default once more.
And again, it's a bit more aggressive towards A main. That they'll take a bit of early util damage either side. And then we go to double OT. Again, it could go either way. mCon looking to close this out. Glitchtech looking to draw it out just that bit further, as this has really turned into a war of attrition between these two teams. Neither wanting to commit too heavily. Flash goes out. Pop Dog control secured, as Glitchtech now line up their A set piece. As Carlo chucked that initial smoke, but the real objective is B. This is where we'll have to see the execution come forward. Aphex will be that first point of contact. Players start shifting forward. Can mCon hold? It will be down to Dengle and Touch. The mantle of responsibility landing firmly on their shoulders. As Glitchtech chuck out those initial smokes, the set piece goes out. The flashes to follow, the push to swing wide. As Aphex will show some presence, ring out a few shots, but the real objective turns out to be A. The swing comes out wide, and they've done a grand job of causing a rotation to come through here. The push will continue coming on out, as Zynex will take down Flare early on. Tasty there to trade, 4 versus 4. Have to see what else happens as Demcolai finds Psych. 3 versus 4 now on the retake. Dengle making his way out of Pop Dog, spotting Tasty, ringing out shots, hoping to find him, but no kill is to be found. As Aphex finds Pug, Demcolai able to find Dengle. It's all on Touch. And ladies and gentlemen, unless we see Touch hit us with some absolute heroics, we're going to double overtime. And
Get prepared.
yeah,
Sorry, I was going to say get prepared. Get your popcorn, get everything, because this is looking to be the matchup we wanted to see. Overtime number 2 coming out as Glitchtech do find their third, and now it'll be the pause coming out once more. And what's interesting to know is that pauses do not reset in overtimes, meaning that now, after this time has been used from the mCon side, teams will only have 1 pause each for the rest of this game. And arguably, if this game goes to like 3 overtimes, 4 overtimes, we could be seeing a game in which, you know, teams are going to have to just use the old-fashioned tactics of, you know, holding the pistols out in spawn and just using that time to think as well. But I mean, this has been a great series so far. The chat, you've shown your appreciation. We love that from you. 48 viewers right now. We love all the support you guys are giving. Do let us know your predictions one more time as this goes to second overtime. Let's see the hype from everyone as we kick things back underway very, very shortly. Kremer, you're back in your boys Glitchtech. Do you think they take it in this overtime, or do you think this is going to a third one?
from the start I've said Glitchtech, and I reckon they can do it. Glitchtech, not only because they've had a great season so far, but also because I can pronounce their name first time round. So Glitchtech, I'm opting for them, for the simple but agreeable name. mCon, they have had a formidable series so far. They've really played out their mind. They've risen to the podium, and they've done more than anyone's probably expected here. However, it is overtime. This is starting to wear down on these players. I can only imagine what it's like to constantly be giving 110% for an entire 3, potentially 4 hours right now, as that will start wearing down on them. As Glitchtech, again, setting up for, well, let's say, a standard execute towards A. We're not going to see a single AWP being brought out just yet, though. Or at least from Glitchtech, that is. mCon, they're going to keep touch on that AWP. We'll have to see what they choose to do with it. Again, utility gets thrown over A main. The set piece goes out. The flash is to follow. The push to come on through. Pug, he's on the path to 40. Can he hit it? He'll find one. The trade goes through. Demkolai finding him. Psych finding one of his own. Flare and Zynex responding in turn. Flare hits his second, putting that second into a 2 versus 2 as Dengle makes his way down from ladder. Touch makes his way forward from second tunnels. Who's going to find who? As Flare will shift on forward towards Ivy. They're going to aggress on Touch, actually, fighting their lone member for mCon. mCon, he'll tear Demkolai's head clean off. I saw a collateral lining up there, and my heart skipped a beat as Dengle will make his way around from behind, tapping at Flare as best he can. No kill found, and Flare with 35 seconds left is running out of options. Turning his attention back towards the safe site. Shots continue to ring out on either side, but with 25 seconds left, he needs a solution, and fast. As the first smoke goes down, Flare being spotted as he crosses forward, but he'll actually be able to take down Touch. Being able to sprint back down towards B. He's got a molly in his hand to prevent the push. He'll drop it. Dengle, is he going to run through it? Yes, he... Oh, no, he isn't. He's hesitant, and that's going to cause a lot of damage to be done to him. Flare, he'll stick that plant. The numbers punched in. The bomb slams down on that floor. And more importantly, the reload will come on through as well for him. Dengle making his way forward, just ringing out a few shots, giving his position away. As Flare, he's calm, he's collected, and he's ready to hold this site. Dengle, his only utility expended. It's all down to aim, positioning, and game sense. And with that, Dengle wins on the aim front, and he has it in tons. Tearing the head clean off of Flare, and securing round 19 for mCon Academy.
Yeah, I mean, that round, you summed it all up in the time that you were given there. I mean, mCon just delivering. It got very, very scary, but they are able to come out on top. And the round advantage now in favour of mCon, and the pressure is back on Primis. It's looking dangerous for them as well, as Touch reclaims the AWP, and Glitchtech's money isn't looking all too great in this round. They will be able to buy, of course, on the last one, but it's nice to see that, you know, maybe they'll be able to respond with one, as Dengle was the man to clutch things up in the last round, as he'll slowly peek towards B, and he'll claim the first in this round. It's Aphex that falls, and all of a sudden Primis, they're a man down once more. Flare will chuck the grenade down, Pop Dog, and he'll flush Pug out, but only doing 12 points of damage, as mCon, they seem to be very relaxed in this scenario, trying their hardest to just be as passive as possible, as Touch will claim one more, and Glitchtech Primis are in a 2-man deficit, and with 1 minute on the clock, they are going to have to start to make moves, as B site seems to be in there. A site, as it'll be the smokes and the molotovs to go on forward. Dengle will be throwing that molotov to prevent the push from tunnels, as Demkolai will clip it, and Dengle will re-aggress. He finds the first towards the behind. He actually finds the flag.
Just gets that.
To find the frag, as Touch will find it one more, and it's all on Tasty Fart in a 1 versus 4.
Swinging wide, Touch, he's going to make it his third. He'll take him down, and mCon, they're going to make it 20. They're looking to really start stacking up against this Glitchtech Primis side. Glitchtech, they're probably going to want this last round, simply because not being on match point is enough to give you that kind of cushion to think you could still take it out, you can still win this.
I mean, if you're Primis right now, what do you think your next steps are? You know, you've got this round, you've got to make things work, because otherwise you're going to need to win the next 3, and that's a lot of pressure in itself, as a grenade's thrown onto Demkolai. He's down to 60 points of health, and, I mean, talk about problems, that is out there, as the nade will do considerable damage. As now Glitchtech will try and find their way out onto this A-bomb site. It's Flare to find one, but it's quickly shut down by Touch, and the 4-on-4 will continue on forward. It's Dengle that actually gets dropped towards this B-bomb site, but look at the health on these remaining Glitchtech players. 3 of them are below 50 points of health. Pulsar, the only man to be up there, as Touch is actually spammed through to 1 point of health. The grenade doing the rest of the work as Aphex falls, and everyone find themselves in a 3 versus 2. The man advantage, in fact, a 2-man advantage, and it's all on Pulsar. 1 versus 3.
Can he win it? That bomb is ticking down. Time is on his side. Zynex and Touch do not have HP to play with. But Pug is that scary man. He's going to be the one who taps down that bomb. As he'll look to hold it. The flank goes out. Pulsar trying to get through that smoke. He'll find one. Able to back away as well as time is continuing to tip on down. Touch suicides as Pug. Does he have enough time? Touch that suicide meant that Pug had to fight it. And you'll just be able to scrape through with enough time there. That was almost horrifying for mCon. As they're going to lead 21-18. Glitchtech, they had a good CT side towards the end of that second half. Can they do it one better? mCon going to that T side. We'll have to see what can be done.
More importantly, though, did you hear the sound at the start of this round? mCon are on game point, series point, in fact, as it's the 4th round of second overtime. Chat is looking quite the intense scenario, as well as Pug will take 20 health and getting Pop Dog control, but Pulsar will drop Dengle, and now mCon with a man disadvantage in this round, as I think it's going to be quite problematic. Tasty Fast Fan is all the way up as well. Look at his positioning. He's able to find one touch though with a lightning fast reaction with the AWP to shut him down, and the man advantage still in Glitchtech Primis' favour. They need to be cautious of their next hits, however, as Pulsar will be ringing shots out towards main, but nothing will be connecting, as mCon will be looking cautiously to try and take this A bomb site.
And Demkola, he's pushed very aggressive right now. He will be the only player. If he falls, there's no one there to trade him. So for Glitchtech, that is a very risky position to have, especially if he falls. But mCon, they haven't forced him just yet. They haven't spotted him just yet, as he looks to just mush his face up against that box and hope he isn't found. As Zynex will be leading a bit of a fake towards this B site, as Pulsar will find touch through Ivy. mCon, it's looking dire for them now. As Pug will make his way out of Pop Dog, sorry. Dem's going to swing wide. He'll find two. He'll make it. Oh, he'll find one. He'll make it two. As Glitchtech hit 19 and mCon Academy, they've done an amazing job to get to 21. The question is, can they maintain that match points, or are we going to go to triple overtime? We'll have to see. And mCon, they haven't got many chances to close it out. Glitchtech, they're opting for that single orb setup, but Tasty will have that AUG, which is literally just a laser beam at some points. So we'll count that as an AWP for now. As again, mCon maintaining this default early util thrown towards main. Touch going to take a fair bit of damage from that as well. As Dengle will find Tasty towards Ivy on the shoulder peak. He'll instantly be taken down. And now mCon with a man advantage. A push at the right time could spell the end for Glitchtech. However, it looks like Glitchtech's response to this will be a main control.
I mean, look at the damages that have been done by the grenade, though. Touch is at 44 points of health, and it's Aphex to find the push towards B. It's Zynex to fall, and in fact, Aphex, he just gets away with his life as well. He's in fact all on 100 points of health. That would have been a huge frag for Psych to find, as he'll drop the smoke now. Tries to catch Aphex with it, but he'll sidestep out of the way, and the man advantage has been restored and given in Glitchtech's favour as Demkolai shuts down 2. Touch with the frag, but it might just be 21-20 as Touch will retrieve the AWP and run away, but Aphex has taken aggression. Aphex will find the bomb, he'll take the frag, and by the looks of things, it'll be 21-20 as Stike is the last man left. Against 3, will he be able to do it?
The only thing that really works for Psych right now is he's in the middle of nowhere. But I think Pulsar heard him. Well, he'll see him now, especially being shot at tends to give your position away. Pulsar will win the duel. Are we going to go to triple overtime? We'll have to see. It's 20-21. Glitchtech, they've got one round to do it. Can they do so? mCon Academy, they're going to go on to this, well, what is the remnants of an overtime buy. It's just going to be a UMP in the hands of Touch. Dangle as well. It will be Psych actually holding onto a CZ, so Glitchtech, this is a really strong buy from them. Double AWP set up, and for mCon, it looks like it will be a fast push between Pop Dog and Ivy. Split will go through. The poor guns will be trying to sell the fake. Flare finds one onto Psych, looking for more as the drop comes down. Again, Tasty finding Zynex. It's evened on out. Tasty finds another onto Dengle. Touch and Pug, the lone members. Touch, it's messy, but he finds Flare. Pug coming back around towards A main, looking to help out. As Touch falling to just 1 HP, that leg shot doing a lot of damage. Pug towards main. Pulsar's going to take him down. Touch now with 1 HP. Can he win this? It's looking so unlikely as Glitchtech. We're going to triple overtime. 21-21 as we take a look. I want to highlight the util damage as well. Look at this. 420 on Zynex, 430 on Dengle, got 374 on Demkolai. More importantly, the flashes though. And now for where there's good, there's also bad. We've got Psych with only 8 flashes, Zynex with only 3 flashes in a triple overtime game. As more importantly though, it is the util damage that matters, and both have done incredible. Flair said, Kremer, I'm sorry in the chat. I don't know why, but I'm glad he apologised for it. As we'll see mCon setting up for a standard execution towards this A site.
Yeah, and chat's been screaming for this fast A execute for mCon, and that's exactly what they're delivering now, and it's rightly so. Dengle finds one while blind as well. That's going to be huge damage done. Demkolai with a quick trade as well. Aphex to find one, but it seems to be wiltering at the fact that Primis are holding on to this A bomb site. Pug is going to find one, but I feel like it's a consolation prize to what has been Glitchtech's massacre in this round. It's, I remind you, round 43. Flare VFX finds one through the smoke. It's all left on Pug in a 1 versus 3. And to be quite honest with you, Primis seem to have a firm grasp on this one. Tasty Fart will miss the first shot. The Molotov to go over the top. The flashbangs to follow. He'll swing wide. Pug, he's able to retrieve one more. It's going to be a 1 versus 3 that he needs to find, as he's already found one. It's the AWP gone, but the 2 rifles still in Glitchtech's favour, as it will be 40 seconds left. Pug, we getting quite close to connector right now. He'll need to find the frags, and quite quickly, as he'll be slowly moving around. He might just catch out VFX here if he's not careful. Back turned, he goes into heaven trying to spot out the players. I don't think he understands though that they're not moving a muscle. mCon are in a tricky situation. Pug to make the noise now, so Primis know that he's there. He's going to try and get back to this bomb site, and with 8 seconds left, the bomb plant, it'll be tapped. He'll stick it the second time around as it'll finally go in. Pug swings wide, finds the first. This is huge. He's already found himself 3 within the round, and he's looking for number 4, but it's quickly denied by Flare. Primis, they are a whisker away from losing out on such a close round, but they're able to take it for themselves. 22-21. mCon are losing by 1 in triple.
Yeah, and in triple OT, what can you do if you're on the side of either of these teams just to close it out? Both have had incredible performances on either side. Going to be going on to another bye, looking to get 1 round on that T side, something that both teams have had a real issue doing, as it looks like they'll be setting up towards B. In order to do so,
mCon will be trying to play that default once more, but I feel like they've used it way too much, and it's not working out for them. We've seen the rounds that they haven't exactly lost from. They've used a sort of push strategy, as finally they'll find their way onto this A bomb site. It'll be 2-for-1 trade. Primis with the man down, but they'll make it 2 as Psych finds one through the smoke. It's Aphex to fall, and Blair and Pulsar are against the 4, but they do make it 3. The knife comes out, but Psych is able to trade things out. It's all on Pulsar in the 1 versus 3. The AWP shining for the first, but just a missed shot onto Pug might cost him this round, as he'll be edging towards around the left side of the smoke. Pug to drop him, and mCon, they'll tie things up 22-22.
And there is that T round, something that both teams have had a real difficulty trying to find. The question is, every time mCon get around on the T side, Glitchtech have to mirror that if they want to either win or continue taking it to that second, or what would be 4th overtime now, as again the buy from Glitchtech, it's not good going into the last round. We've got MP9s, we've got FAMASs. It's an early push from Dengle, taking down Pulsar, able to try and leave Pop Dog as well, as we'll see Tasty just holding it from afar. Touch is able to take him down though, and mCon are looking formidable right now. Zynex will find Aphex as Flare makes his way on forward. Will Zynex find Flare as well? Yes, he will. It's all on mCon. The lone member from Glitchtech, unable to find any of them as he's taken down. And mCon, they're going to be leading 23 to 22. Can they close it out? We will have to see, because guessing those two-side rounds is so difficult.
I mean, this might spell disaster for the Primis side, as they're now on their T side. No pause being called out, and by the looks of things, mCon will be looking to close things out. And my question still, why are mCon buying head armor? In an overtime scenario, money means a lot, and for them to buy head armor in this is substantially more difficult to keep that economy. It's an extra $350 you're throwing away, which could be used on a smoke grenade or an upgrade of a weapon. As Primis, they'll be pushing out of A, trying to return the favor that mCon politely delivered to them in the first part of this third overtime. Touch has found his way through the smoke. Lines up one, lines up two, readjusts, tries to find the third, but Zynex will do it. Aphex and Flare with one apiece as Glitchtech Primis find themselves in the man disadvantage. Tasty will try and fake out the plant, but it works out perfectly. Sight wide swings right into his crosshair, and now it's level once more. The shot comes out. Dengle drops Tasty, and it's all on Aphex in a 1 versus 2.
Fortunately, he'll fall, and Pug, he's going to bring mCon Academy to a 24th. It's match points. Can Glitchtech win the next 2 rounds in a row? We'll have to see. The odds are definitely stacked against them. It's going to be, again, to get rounds on the T side, especially in overtime, it just seems impossible for either of these teams. mCon broke that spree when they finally able to. However, Glitchtech, they're being a bit more passive with this. It's standard control towards Pop Dog. Nothing too exciting, as it looks like it will be a bit of a split coming through to this ace site if a standard execution comes through. Touch aggressing towards lower as well, looking to catch out the early player, get this early advantage. But there's none to be found just yet. A ring out of shot, contact made, but Dengle will aggress from upper, trading onto Aphex, taking him down. As we'll see Pulsar with his teammate of Flare holding onto that bomb, trying to make sure that it's clear. As Glitchtech Primis, a man disadvantage, a 2-round deficit, and if they lose this, they're going to be eliminated. As Touch finds mCon, it's looking difficult for Glitchtech. Pulsar leading that execution. Can they take down mCon Academy?
I mean, look, it's a 3 versus 5. Glitchtech, they're in a world of hurt right now. They need to get out of this struggle that they've been put into by the Primis, by the mCon side, excuse me, as by the looks of things, Glitchtech will try their last push towards B. The fate from A will come out, but the utility is so weak. Pulsar edging to try and get down ramp. Had he have done it about 5 seconds before, he would have been fine, but the smoke from Dengle is going to force a stoppage to the push, but Pulsar will find his way right on through. It's the 1 versus 5. Pulsar, he has to do everything in this round, but mCon seems to be looking too strong as Pug will find the frag, and it goes 25 to 22, as it will be mCon Academy that find their way to the semi-finals. An unfortunate turn of events for Primis, but I mean, what resilience they showed in that one, as you know, it was an unfortunate scenario for them to be in, but GG's to both teams nonetheless. That was probably the best of 3 series we are going to see on this channel ever.
Yeah, without a doubt. It was a phenomenal game. Thank you to everyone who came out to see it. Ending on 50 viewers, that's just unbelievable. Ron, thank you to you for accompanying me for that second and now third map. I guarantee you if I had to do that alone, I'd be sounding like I've been smoking for the last 20 years, which is impressive because I've only been alive for 19. Again, that'll be mCon going forward into the next round of the tournament. Commiserations to Primis, who will be falling. And once again, thank yous to those who came out to see this. I've been your caster, Crema3. You can find me at Crema32. We've got Ryan here, or EU_retro. You want to find him on Twitter as well. Give us both a follow, give the league a follow, and be sure to sign up for the next season if you believe you can do better. Once again, thank you, and that's goodbye from us.
Bye bye.